This live presentation of Wayne's Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontic, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5-Day, Ticino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partner Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Ronnie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the Bomber Barn, Bloomfield, New York. Site of tonight's C1 Semifinal Doubleheader in the Section 5 playoffs. A couple of games featuring a pair of Wayne Finger Lakes East teams, or Wayne Finger Lakes teams, trying to punch their ticket to the Blue Cross Arena this weekend. I'm Jim Sinicropi, sitting in the corner, courtside, with Zac Young for FingerLakes1.com. And Zach, C1's been a tough nut to crack for Wayne Finger Lakes teams, specifically the two teams that we're going to see tonight. Game 1, Marcus Whitman taking on Avon, and Game 2, Gananda taking on CG FInney. A couple of tough, heartbreaking losses. It was 4 years ago that Whitman lost in the semifinals to North Rose Wolcott in Waterloo. Then it was 2 years ago, I believe, that Gananda lost to North Star Christian in the finals in Enrique Mossman's senior year. And then just last year, Marcus Whitman had to go against that same North Star Christian team in the semifinals in this same gym. But could this be the year that maybe we get a Wayne Finger Lakes sectional title in Class C1?
Well, we're certainly hoping for that. You know, the main thing that you mentioned with all the C1 brackets there was a North Star Christian. So there's no North Star Christian anymore. The last time when Whitman lost to North Rose, that was actually Class B, I believe. So, you know, there's no North Star Christian, but there is another private school. You have CG FInney. Right. So, you know, this is two public schools playing right here, but Gananda, you know, I know that game versus North Star a couple years ago. I felt like they had a really good chance to win it. I think you and I called that game, to be honest with you.
That was at Rush Henrietta.
And, you know, this game right here, I think, is anybody's ball game between Whitman and Avon. And then Gananda and FInney is, you know, that's going to be an exciting game. I think a lot of people have been looking forward to that game for a while since the brackets came out. So, yeah, I definitely think this bracket, I wouldn't say there's a team that is a huge favorite. Something like the other C brackets, I think, you know, any of the four teams can come out of here. And, you know, the great thing about sectional time is you know, it only takes one night. If you have that hot night, you know, you're going to advance and get to the Blue Cross.
And you have a lot of memories of sectional semifinal games in this gymnasium here in Bloomfield. Some good, some bad. It was 2015 when your team, led by Damon Hunter, defeated Wheatland Chili in this gymnasium. It was a doubleheader with Naples. You ended up advancing, winning the sectional title, moving all the way to the state Final Four. And then it was just a couple years ago that a Zach Rockefeller three-pointer from the top of the key rimmed out as the buzzer expired in a loss to Geneseo. So as a former coach, now athletic director at Weedsport, you know, once you get to the semifinals, does your things get a little tighter for your team? Like you know, it starts to feel like a little bigger.
You know, when I was coaching, I always said the first two rounds, if you were we were lucky enough to be in the top four a lot, so I would call it the Lions Invitational. Now, when you get here, you get to the semis, we would kind of classify it as a different tournament.
Yeah. And,
you know, you're playing higher level teams. Most of the time, the semifinals are competitive. Whether you look across the sections, all across New York State, you know, getting to the semifinals is a big deal. It's a big deal for your program, and the more times you can get there, obviously the better chance you have of winning the title. But it's a good program builder for Whitman to get here. You know, they've been here before. They've had the experience, maybe not with all of these kids, but they've had the experience at least of being at a game like this, and for some of them, you know, being on the bench and actually participating in a game before. So the semifinal is definitely a bigger deal.
And these semifinal doubleheaders are really one of the best nights of the whole high school basketball season. I mean, the Blue Cross championship games, that's all great. The rivalries in the regular season, but these doubleheader semifinals just have such a big feel. Like we're about 10 minutes away here from the national anthem and the announcements of tonight's starters for game one, and this gymnasium is filling up. It's going to be packed. There's going to be standing room only.
This is the way to do it. I love the doubleheaders. I've been in both where it's a single game or a doubleheader. The doubleheader just has a better atmosphere to it. Bloomfield's gym is just about the right size. You know, I think if you could add maybe 200 people in here, it'd be a perfect size. Mm-hmm. You know, but the single game, it's we were in Bath last year, and it felt like a big game, but not quite like a semifinal. Yeah. You know, it had a strange feeling. But when you're playing that back-to-back game, you know, everybody from FInney and for Gananda, they're going to be here watching the second half of this, and some of them even more. And it's just got that feel of a tournament game, you know, where it's a single game. It's still big, don't get me wrong, and I understand why Section 5 does it, but I think this is the way it should be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And not the only games going on tonight in the Section 5 playoffs. For the boys in AA, they're in the Blue Cross Arena tonight for the Final Four of AA. At 6 o'clock, it's Fairport versus UPrep. 8 o'clock, Gates Chili versus McQuaid. Class C2, Pittsford Sutherland. At 6:30, it's Lions versus Perry. Lions heavily favored in that one. You can listen to that game on WACK. Tim Castleman's calling that one. Then at 8:15, Alexander and Red Jacket. C3 is split. Cal Mum's playing Naples and Letchworth, and Cal Mum is actually up 14-4 at the end of the first quarter in that one. Nick Clearman and Jake LaPrairie out for that game, which means the sixth man becomes Stephen Lynn, forced into action. They trail early in that one. The other half of the C3 semifinal is Lindenville versus York. That's being played in Batavia. In Class D1, that's a doubleheader in Wayland, Cohocton. Avoca and Geneseo is the first game, followed by Mount Morris and Scio. And then D2, which is being played in Mount Morris and Bath Haverly. Elba versus Belfast. Prattsburg versus the Romulus Warriors. Joe Peisnack has his squad in the semis. Be a tough nut to crack there against Prattsburg, though, for them. And then on the girls' side, from the Wayne Finger Lakes, you have Mid Lakes in action against Greece Odyssey in Class B1, followed by Batavia against Palmac. That's at Cal Mum. And then you have Waterloo playing against Dansville in the second half of the B2 semifinal at Honeyway Falls Lima at 7:45. And Romulus girls also still alive. A tough task for them as they take on Elba in Dansville in the Class D2 playoffs. So winner tonight advances to the C1 championship game at the Blue Cross Arena, which is set for Friday night at 9 o'clock. And it's a place that, as we start to focus on the game ahead here, that this Marcus Whitman team, coached by Greg O'Connor, has been so close to getting to, and they've got a good chance against this Avon team that maybe at the beginning of the year you would have thought would be heavy favorites tonight. But coming into this game, it's a pretty even matchup. You know, break down the matchup here for Whitman and Avon.
You know, when I look at Whitman, they're young. They share the ball pretty well. They have, you know, multiple high scorers. It's not just one guy. When I look at Avon, every time I see anything in Avon, and I haven't seen them live, I see one player's name, you know, getting a triple-double or getting a double-double in Connor Taylor. So in these types of matchups, you know, it'd be interesting to see how Coach O'Connor plays it. I know he plays a lot of man. I'm sure they're going to have a heavy emphasis on trying to stop him and or limit him. I don't know that you're going to stop him in this type of game. And sometimes that, when you get into a game like this, I wouldn't say sometimes, but usually the team with the best player wins. But if you are the more balanced team, you know, you can be tougher to defend. And when it gets to these matchups, to me, it's about your league. And there's been a lot of knocks on the Finger Lakes West, on your station, from a variety of people. So, you know, I know that Whitman went out and, you know, they played a Minders this year. They played Mid Lakes. You know, they toughened their schedule up a little bit to be, you know, the Mid Lakes and.
I think a lot of people point to that Whitman loss at Minders. It was a 20-point loss. Now, Minders still alive in the sectional playoffs. They did have 2 games under 500 in the regular season, but that's how we try to gauge these things. So you got a team that's won 3 straight sectional or league titles in the Finger Lakes West, going on the road to face a middle-of-the-road East team. They lose by 20. I think people were just like, well, there you go. You know, the East is so much better than the West. The West is no good. But, you know, I think there's a little too much emphasis being placed on that one game. And I've been telling people this Whitman basketball team is very good. I think if they played Minders, 10 times, that Whitman might win 3 or 4 of those games. It was just one of those nights where they were I actually think they came out a little too hyped. I think they had a chip on their shoulder and we're going at 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, now Avon, they played in the Livingston County League, which is pretty good. It's had some good teams traditionally. Coach Freeze is a very good coach. He's been around a long time. He's one of the few guys, I don't know another person who has a state title in baseball and a state title in basketball. It's
wow.
Pretty amazing. Yeah. So his baseball program is really high right now. They had the last team from Class C, I believe, to win a state title out of Section 5 about 10 to 12 years ago. So he's been in these games before. They haven't necessarily won a title here in a while. I know they lost to Minders a couple years back in the finals, and they've been to the semis quite a few times. They gave Early College a pretty good game a couple years ago. So he's got experience. Coach O'Connor, like you said, he's been there. 2 well-coached teams, both put a ton of time in. So it should be a fun matchup.
Absolutely. And then, of course, following this one, you can keep it right here on FingerLakes1.com, as we'll have the second half of the doubleheader featuring the Gananda Blue Panthers and our FingerLakes1.com Sports Coach of the Year for the Wayne Finger Lakes, Jeff Thompson, taking on C.G. FInney. And they have an 8th grader that's just phenomenal on that team. They're already talking about a path to the NBA for this kid, so we'll see him firsthand. About 3 minutes on the pregame clock here. I should tell you that this special presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes postseason high school basketball is brought to you by Marquee Exhibits, your nationwide custom rental trade show booth solution provider. Marquee Exhibits handles all of your trade show and special event needs, including booth design, custom build, custom rental, graphic design, setup, teardown, shipping, and logistics. With offices in Las Vegas, Chicago, D.C., and New York, Marquee Exhibits is everywhere you need to be to coordinate your next trade show or special event. Visit www.marqueeexhibits.com. That's MARQUIS exhibits.com, or call Joe Helgato today at 585-370-6649. That's 585-370-6649 for a no-cost, no-obligation trade show review today, and leave your mark. All of our postseason games brought to you in part by Marquee Exhibits. You'll be hearing a lot about from a lot of our sponsors tonight, including Marshall's Exteriors, your one-stop source for all your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallexteriorsny.com. And Zach, Marshall Exteriors keys to the game. You're Coach O'Connor. What does he have to do to secure this win tonight?
I think for Coach O'Connor, they have to, I think I'd be interested to see how many points they can put up on the board. Seems when they've played some higher level competition, they haven't got into the 50s. So I think offense, especially early, is important. And then obviously trying to slow down Taylor. For Coach Freeze, get your whatever D they come out, try to solve it and get your big player involved. And if he has a triple-double, they're looking like they'll probably be a tough out.
Yeah, and they do seem to maybe be a little undersized compared to the Avon team from top to bottom, but some great athletes on this Marcus Whitman team. Aiden Royston, Liam Prendergrass, both state cross-country qualifiers. Seth Benedict, the Division I lacrosse prospect. One senior on the team, John Donovan's been playing up. He actually played in that North Rose game in Waterloo, that sectional semifinal game from 5 years ago. He's been up since an 8th grader. And now the crowd comes alive as both teams head to the bench now as we get ready for the pregame announcements and national anthem. Avon comes in with a record of 17-5, 6-2 in the Livingston County League. That put them in 4th place. They've won 2 in a row. Their last loss was at Leroy on March 13th. And again, Minders just beat Leroy a couple nights ago in the quarterfinal round of Class B2. For Marcus Whitman, 19-2, a 16-0 league mark, winning 6 in a row. Their last loss came to Minders, 64-44, back on February 4th. And if you look over the last 3 years, Marcus Whitman in the Finger Lakes West, 2017-18, 15-1. 2016-17, 16-0. So you're talking 3 years of league competition and 1 loss.
Pretty impressive.
Pretty amazing. So even if the West is not as a strong league, Whitman's head and tails above the competition in the West.
Yeah, for sure. And, I think the key game you can mention there is the Leroy Avon game. Minders is the common opponent. Minders handled Leroy pretty good on their home court. Whitman had to go to Minders. So, if you're trying to compare things on paper, that would be the game where you say, hey, this should be a pretty good matchup.
In order to ensure the safety and enjoyment of all involved, we ask that you listen to the following announcements.
So you can hear the Bloomfield Athletic Director, John Maston, also varsity boys basketball coach John Maston, addressing the crowd on sportsmanship and protocol for tonight's ball game. A great host. He's always welcomed Section 5 when they want to have their semifinal and some state playing games here in the Bomber Barn, and also great accommodations for us. We are in the interesting gym. It's a bit of a horseshoe, so you have fans on the far side of the court. The player benches are to our right with no fans behind them. There's a big wall right behind the benches. Marcus Whitman bench is closest to us. Far side would be the Avon bench. And then also on the far side of the court is another set of bleachers behind the basket, which is a pretty unique feature. And when this place is full, like it is right now, it is just electric.
Yeah, the only other gym like this in the Class C that I know is Red Jacket. Have you ever been to Red Jacket?
Yeah.
It's very similar. And Bloomfield actually redid their gym, I think about 3 seasons ago, if you can recall. Used to have bleachers on both sides. As a coach, former coach, I like the seats on one side. Don't have anybody behind you. Kind of makes the gym a little louder, and definitely is going to be rocking in here.
So we're going to step aside for the national anthem. We'll be back in about 90 seconds, and when we do come back, it'll be time for the opening tip. Marcus Whitman and Avon, game 1 of our doubleheader here from Bloomfield on FingerLakes1.com. Keep it right here.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside Bloomfield High School, where we're about to get set with the first half of our doubleheader of the Section 5 Class C1 semifinals between the Marcus Whitman Wildcats and the Avon Braves. Starting lineups being announced right now for Avon. It'll be Andrew Rowland, just a freshman. Zach Colvin, another freshman, getting the start. Nick Rowland, a junior, 3-year varsity player. Connor Taylor, he's the guy that's getting all those triple doubles. And Tyler Daly, a junior guard, also starting for Marcus Whitman. They announced John Donovan, the 5th-year senior, could be playing his last game tonight, or could he extend his career for one more game and finally get that date in the Blue Cross Arena. Ryan Harrod, one of the super sophomores that really broke out last year in this gym in the loss to North Star Christian. Aiden Royston, he's one of those sophomores I was just talking about. Liam Pendergrass, the big guy at 6'4", 2-year varsity player at junior. And Seth Benedict, Finger Lakes 1 Sports all-league second team, 3-year varsity player, just a junior. Marcus Whitman, coached by Greg O'Connor, assisted by his father, Jerry O'Connor, Liz Royston, and Brian Harrod. And for Avon, coached by Rob Freese, assisted by Brady Sass, Chris Cole, and Patrick Campbell. And tonight's referees will be Dean Norton, Jason Brightful, and one of my favorites, Larry Swan. 3-man crew for sectionals as now players are on the court. Whitman will start moving away from us. Avon moving towards us on the baseline. Whitman going towards the side with the bleachers behind the basket. And Dean Norton with the basketball. It's going to be Pendergrass set to jump. Ball in the air. We're underway. And nobody got a hand on it. They'll jump it again.
I think Dean was a little excited there. Dean
Threw it too high.
Yeah. Maybe he thought he was doing the U-Prep Fairport game, too. No offense to these guys jumping.
And the opening tip comes ahead, leading to a run out and out of bounds. It'll be Avon basketball. And right in front of us is Connor Taylor inbounding, gets the handoff, thought about a three now. He drives by Benedict, leaves it off for Rowland, and Rowland can't finish. Rebounded by Pendergrass, up ahead to Benedict. Quickly they come. It's Ryan Harrod back to Royston. Harrod gets it back now right side. Top of the key to Benedict's. Now Donovan left side wing extended. Harrod now finds Benedict, who slips it inside to Pendergrass. He spins and misses the right-handed hook shot. And now quickly coming the other way is Avon. Tyler Daly works it around the outside to Connor Taylor.
Whitman in man-to-man. Looked like Avon was in a little bit of a 1-2-2.
And now Nick Rowland rises and fires from about 12 feet and hits it. And it's 2-0 Avon early. And man, this place is loud. Donovan up to Benedict, now into the corner to Royston. Dribbles with the left hand, bounce pass into the lane to Pendergrass. Now out to Benedict for three, no good. Pulled down by Avon. Here comes Connor Taylor with it. And he slows it up. He'll be met at midcourt by Aiden Royston. Coach O'Connor always puts Aiden Royston on the best player for the other team, and he will be sticking to Connor Taylor tonight like glue. Taylor now guarded by Royston, working off a pick. Royston fights through it, and now it's Nick Rowland again, and he turns it over, driving in the lane. They throw it way up ahead to Royston, who corrals it, and now we'll pull it back out to Ryan Harrod, swinging it to Donovan. Three ball, good! 3-2 Whitman. Donovan collected that one at the right foul line, extended right in front of the Avon bench and caught nothing but net on the three ball. And now Rowland has it at the foul line, kicks it out to Daly, who misses a baseline jumper. And it's rebounded by Zach Colvin, and now it's out to Daly, who tries another three. That one's no good. And Harrod rebounded, but it was stripped away by Connor Taylor, but they got Taylor with a foul, so.
Yeah, early foul for Taylor, not something you want to see if you're Coach Freeze.
Looked like he got a lot of ball from our vantage point.
Whitman is definitely getting good looks out of this 1-2-2. They've been hitting the high post and then kicking it out. And for Avon, a lot of high screen roll with Taylor so far.
So now Donovan swings it around. It's Benedict in the corner with it now, out to Royston. Now Donovan in the corner tries another open three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tyler Daly. He hands off to Connor Taylor, and Taylor brings it across midcourt over the big white B for Bloomfield. And almost a turnover, but collected by Nick Rowland. Kicks it out. Wide open now is Andrew Rowland, but it's an air ball. And wow, great save there by Zach Colvin.
Good hustle play, heads up. Under his own basket, threw it off a knee. Avon will retain possession.
And Taylor looks to inbounds, and he finds a cutting Daly, who lays it in with the right hand. Nice out-of-bounds play underneath the basket.
Yeah, that's too easy. Hate giving up a quick, easy basket on out-of-bounds play.
4-3, Avon leads. Whitman gets back to work, sets Benedict. Bounce pass baseline to Donovan. Donovan now up top to Royston, swings it opposite side to Harrod. Harrod with the left hand, guarded by Andrew Rowland, the freshman, hands it off to Donovan. Now they get it to Royston in the corner. He swaps spots with Donovan, bounce pass to Benedict at the foul line. He goes up to the shot, but it's stripped by Connor Taylor. Here comes Taylor down the left side of the lane, tapped away by Royston, but his foot was on the line. He'll stay with Avon.
Could have been a foul there. I thought it was a good no call. both teams showing good composure so far. There's definitely some excitability that can happen in these games, but Thompson right there, the nice pass.
Jump ball.
Jump ball will go to Whitman.
And there's still a steady stream of fans coming into this gymnasium, but there's nowhere left to put them. They're going to have to cut it off shortly. So now John Donovan brings it up the right side of the court, moving away from us, kicks it over to Harrod. Now Benedict's whips a baseball pass to Donovan on the block. Too hard for him, out of bounds, picked off by Avon actually. Coming the other way, it's Connor Tomian missing a layup. Offensive putback up and in though by Zach Colvin. It's 6-3 Braves.
Avon's been getting some good transition opportunities. Finally finished one versus Whitman.
Donovan to Harrod now, hands to Royston. Back up top to Benedict, quickly inside the Pendergrass and out to Royston. Corner three now from Donovan. No good, he's 1 for 3 from long range. And Tomian looks to push it up. And he threw it up in the air for Patty Coyne, who just checked in the game. He tried to touch pass it back to his teammate. It went out of bounds. It'll be back to Whitman. And we got a timeout on the floor. Fast-paced action. Sometimes in these situations, it's which team settles down first. I think Coach Brian Miller calls it game slippage in the beginning of these games.
Yeah, emotions are high, and both these teams probably haven't played in in front of this many people before. So really, it comes down to how much can you play it like a normal game? And I think the team that gets into that rhythm first and gets over those early jitters has an advantage. Avon really been holding Whitman to one shot and then just getting out and running, whereas Whitman is they're settling a little bit for the 3-ball. I'd like to see him get it back inside. It looks like they're kind of playing into Avon's game plan. There's been a couple times when Avon hasn't even attempted to guard them on the outside of the 1-2-2. They're just kind of packing it in.
And Donovan's been the one taking the threes, but there's more shooters on this team than just John Donovan. Seth Benedict can certainly knock him down, as can Ryan Harrod, and Jordan Lehue. Sophomore will come off the bench eventually, can knock down the three. So we get back to work here. Whitman with the ball. Foul line, it goes to Pendergrass. Bounce pass into Benedict, lays it up and in. Great high-low play there, as it's 6-5 now.
I think that's what Coach O'Brien probably said in the timeout. He drew up a little set there. High post, went down low, finished.
And Connor Taylor just picked up his first assist of the ball game, dumping it into Nick Rowland. Was that Colvin or Rowland?
Colvin, I believe.
So Colvin now with 4, the lead back to 3 for Avon. Harrod now finds Benedict in the corner. He throws it into Donovan, who tried to shuffle at the Pendergrass. Now the ball's on the ground, and Avon picked it up, and Andrew Rowland was fouled by a Wildcat. Let's see who they give it to. This is a second foul of the game here with 3:25 to go, first period. Jim Sinicropi and Zac Young, glad you could be with us. The foul goes to John Donovan. And now they're picking up right at half court as Avon comes the other way. And it's Andrew Rowland finding Connor Taylor wide open in the corner for 3. And actually that was Padre Coyne who knocks it down. Avon up 6. Donovan with the basketball, picks up his dribble in front of the Avon bench, finds Pendergrass on the block. He spins and turns too strong with the left hand, and it's pulled down by Connor Taylor.
I still like that, Whitman offensively has definitely been looking to get it inside here the last couple of possessions.
And they work it down to the baseline where Zach Colvin misses a baseline jumper into the hands of Benedict. Benedict's coming the other way. He
a little out of control there, Jim.
A little out of control and missed the shot in the lane. Maybe looking to draw a foul. Here comes Avon the other way. Taylor kicks it out. Now it's going to the corner to Coyne, and out of bounds. It'll stay with Avon. And here comes Jordan Lehue, sophomore, son of Marcus Whitman, athletic director Paul Lehue, checking in as Donovan takes a seat. And Connor Taylor now inbounds over to Andrew Rowland. Rowland dribbles with the right hand, leaves it out for Colvin. Colvin hands it off to Connor Taylor, guarded by Royston man-to-man. Taylor tries to get by Royston. May have traveled, no call. Out to the top of the key for Andrew Rowland for 3. He misses it. Pendergrass pulls it down and bounces it to Ryan Harrod, who'll take over. Harrod swings it to Royston. Now to Lehue. Thought about a 3 from the foul line, extended on the left side. Gets it to Harrod in the corner. He tries a 3. That's off. Whitman ice cold from long range early. Avon takes over again, up 11-6 with 1:52 to go first period.
Taylor from Avon is not necessarily forcing a lot of shots, which I like. He's kind of letting the game come to him.
And Andrew Rowland drives baseline right by his man and lays it in. He has 6 points.
Poor help defense there. Whitman's got to be able to, first guy gets beat, try to pick up a charge or something. He just had a wide open lane to the basket.
Benedict to the corner for Harrod. His three is short with the left hand. Another rebound for Connor Taylor. Harrod, actually, I'm sorry, that wasn't Connor Taylor. That was Padre Coyne.
Over and back.
And we got an over and back call.
Marcus Whitman will take over. Avon a little bit in disbelief. It was one of those where, both your feet and the ball have to go over half court, and they didn't agree that happened, but Jason Brightful did.
Braves lead 13-5. Whitman takes over again with 1:09 to go in the first period. Lehue in the corner finds Pendergrass foul line, dumps it down to Benedict. Benedict misses the chippy from the left side. Rebound controlled by Connor Taylor. Here comes Connor Taylor. Braves look to push the pressure as Taylor misses a runner, but an offensive rebound for Ian Reed, who's now checked into the game. Reed takes one dribble, gets it out top to Padre Coyne. Coyne back to Reed now. Far side, and they're playing catch. Looking to get it down to the block. They do. Nice entry pass and reverse layup up and in to Nick Rowland. Great entry pass from Ian Reed and a great finish for Nick Rowland. 15-5, the Braves lead.
Yeah, nice patience there by Avon. They're kind of taking their time, and they're getting pretty good looks on the offensive end.
Shot clock off. 16 seconds to go in the period. Royston drives and hits a runner with the right hand from about 10 feet, slashing through the lane, and it's 15-7. 7 seconds left now, first period. Connor Taylor, top of the key. Lost the ball for a second. Saves it, lets a deep shot go, and it's off the mark. And after one period of play here in Bloomfield, your score, Avon 15, Marcus Whitman 7. We'll be back with second quarter action after this. You're listening to postseason basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside the Bomber Barn at Bloomfield High School, where Avon will take over here to start the second quarter. They lead 15-7. And the inbound for Avon, it's Connor Taylor, Tyler Daly, Zach Colvin as Taylor drives, and
looks like a moving screen here on Avon.
So to go back to Whitman. Andrew Rowland, the freshman, in there, along with his brother Nick Rowland, the junior. And here comes Whitman. Donovan back into the game, along with Harrod, Pendergrass, Royston, and Lehue. Benedict on the bench. So Royston swings it to Donovan in the corner. Donovan holds and throws it way up top to Harrod, who makes a nice catch. Now he's dribbling with the left hand, gets it out to Donovan, who drives through the middle of the lane and cuts to the basket and misses at the rim. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Whitman. And directly behind the far basket is the Whitman fans, and directly to their right are Whitman students, and directly to their right is the Avon students. And it's just a crazy scene in here right now in Bloomfield.
And they talk about at gymnasiums being
Liam Pendergrass on the inbound pass, a little up and under. He's on the board now with his first points. It's 15-9.
As I was saying, as Pendergrass makes the layup, that's the harder end to shoot at. It's more of an open end compared to the end that we're at, where Avon's going to, because of depth perception, not nearly not nearly the same as playing at a Waterloo or a Blue Cross, but it's a different feel when you're shooting down at that end.
So Avon there, Tyler Daly missed a little runner from the foul line badly. Air ball went out of bounds. He was looking for the foul. Whitman takes over again, and they get it on the block immediately to Donovan, who kicks it out to Lehue, and they got an offensive foul on Liam Pendergrass, who knocked over an Avon player on the block, and that's one player that Whitman cannot afford to get in foul trouble. He's really the only guy that brings any real size at 6'4".
Only his first foul. Only 4 fouls called so far, 9 minutes into the game.
And Andrew Rowland now brings it across midcourt, gives it and go with Colvin, and then misses the layup, but Colvin rolls himself at the basket and gets the rebound and puts it back up and in, and he's fouled. So Taylor hasn't been the problem for Whitman, as he's scoreless. It's Zach Colvin now with 8 points, and he's heading to the free throw to try to make it 9. First foul on Jordan Lehue.
Coach O'Connor was not happy with the box out there.
And he misses the free throw. Rebounded by Whitman. They try to push it up ahead, but Royston throws it off the leg of Taylor and out of bounds. So now Whitman will inbound right in front of the Avon bench. Avon wearing their road greens. Whitman is the number 1 seed, wearing their home whites, blue lettering, yellow trim. As Lehue left wide open for 3, in and out.
Good luck. Like you said, just a little ice cold for Whitman here. If they can get one of those to fall.
Avon looks to push. Taylor with it now. Out down to the block it goes to Nick Rowland. He tries a shot over Harad. That's no good. Harad corrals a rebound, and now Harad brings it up court.
Got a little update for you. Lions 21, Perry 12 after 1.
That would be the C2 semifinal.
Yep.
And now Royston left wide open at the arc, but he misses badly. Goes right over the rim and off the backboard. And now a baseball pass up ahead to a streaking Patty Coyne. He stops, gets it out, and then gets it back. And now he hits a streaking Taylor. A lot of contact, no call. He misses a shot. Here comes Whitman the other way. Donovan drives left side right into an Avon player, and it is a blocking foul. He made the shot. Don't think they're going to count it. Going to be 2 shots? No, going to be inbound.
First of all, I was shocked that it wasn't a charge.
They did count the basket. He's getting ready to shoot a free throw, right?
Now, Norton has given, he said 2 shots, but they are counting it.
I mean, if it's 2 shots, it's a shooting foul, but the ball went in, so.
Basket counted. He's only shooting 1 now. Coach Freeze is not very happy for Avon. Little break for Whitman here. Hopefully he can get some momentum going.
Donovan misses the free throw. Rebounded by Pendergrass, though. Bounce pass out to the baseline to Royston. Up top to Benedict. Back to Royston. Now Donovan has it in the corner with 5:38 to go. 17-11. Whitman trails. They swing it around and reverse it again to Donovan. Takes the 3 ball from the wing. Count it!
That's a 5-point possession right there.
17-14. Whitman fights back, and Coach Rod Freeze has seen enough. Timeout, Avon. So just like that, Whitman would say 5-point possession will do it, right?
Yeah, made the end 1. Bad job on Avon. You get a 4-on-2. It's a pet peeve of many coaches, 4-on-2. You give up the offensive rebound, they kick it out, they swing it around. Donovan just made a bucket, and then he hits a 3. So he's kind of leading the charge here, getting Whitman back in the game.
Want a great meal while pinching a penny? Come to Penny's Place Restaurant in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. And Finger Lakes Partners, insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Locations in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Get a free quote online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. So with 5:23 to go, Whitman had trailed by 10. They now trail by 3. It'll be Avon basketball. Coming towards our position here on the baseline off the end of the Whitman bench is Connor Taylor. Brings it across, still guarded man-to-man by Royston, and the Braves get to work. Taylor now working off a pick. Finds his way into the lane and kicks it to the corner for a wide open 3-ball from Patty Coyne. No good, but up for the rebound is Rowland. A couple of dribbles to Colvin and out of bounds on the baseline. Will stay with Avon.
Avon's getting a couple more second chance opportunities when you compared to Whitman. Roland boys are kind of controlling the glass. Like you already mentioned, Whitman not very tall team besides Pendergast.
Taylor gets it to the corner to Rowland. And now it's Patty Coyne, tries another three, no good. And Royston with a nice box out and rebound, pushes it up to Lehue, the sophomore, into the lane and out to Donovan, left open for three again.
Just short.
And rebounded by Rowland and handed off to Taylor. Here comes Taylor, little Euro step, can't convert though, and pulled in by Lehue and kicked up to Donovan. Here comes Donovan on the left side, leaves it for Royston, 15-foot baseline jumpers and air ball. So Whitman with a couple of open shots on the last two possessions. They still trail by 3 with 4:26 to go. Avon basketball.
And now, really, Whitman's got to be happy right now holding Taylor to 0 points.
And Rowland had it on the block, but lost it into the hands of Liam Pendergrass. And with 4:10 to go, Whitman will try again to get this down to a tied game or a 1-point deficit, and it goes into Lehue, who ties a little one-handed push shot from about 4 feet. It comes up short, but he's fouled.
I believe the second foul on Taylor. Let's see what Coach Freeze does. He's looking down at his assistants right now. Taylor's second.
And Taylor's been handling the point duties, and while scoreless, everything's been going through him. Royston doing a great job on a man-to-man defense as Lehue's first free throw rattles in and out. Still a 3-point deficit here. 4 minutes to go, second period. Again, this is the first game of 2 here on FL1 Radio tonight. Coming up next, Gananda against CG FInney in the other half of this C1 semifinal. Lehue eyes the rim, shoots into a sea of his own fans, and this one goes down. 2-point lead for Avon.
Whitman's been a little 2-2-1 press here when they've scored. Hasn't really bothered Avon.
And Taylor stays into the ball game, and they find Tyler Daly open for 3 in the corner, but he shoots an air ball, and here comes Donovan with a basketball. Picks up his dribble, finds Royston, now up top to Lehue, top of the key. Royston again finds Donahue corner. Bounce pass to the block to Pendergrass. One dribble, turn, misses the right-handed hook.
It's a good move by Pendergrass, though. I like the look. Got it to him right on the block. They got to continue to feed him.
And Royston just cuts off Tomian, but he finds a wide open Nick Rowland at the free throw line, who misses the jumper. Here comes Whitman again. Donovan into the lane, hangs a little floater, no good. He gets his own rebound out to Benedict, swings it to Lehue. In front of the Avon bench, gives it back to Benedict. Benedict into Pendergrass on the block, right hand off the glass. It's good. Tie ball game. And another timeout, Avon. And this place is going wild. Tons of Whitman fans here. At least they're the most vocal at the moment.
I'd say it's about 60-40. There's some neutral fans here, but Whitman definitely a little bit of a closer drive. More people familiar with it, and to get here, for the early start. I really like what Coach O'Connor's done in that he's really focusing on going inside out. It almost seems like before they shoot a 3, the ball's got to go into Pendergast, and it's paying dividends. I mean, I think they're on an 8-0 run, I believe, with 17-9 at one point.
Yeah, I mean, they were, I know it was a 10-point game, was the biggest lead for Avon. So, in addition to the crowd, Avon and Whitman both bring cheerleaders. And it is just a great scene on the opposite end of the court of us, of this Bloomfield Bomber Barn, which is a nice, clean wood court with a single blue stripe for the sidelines and the three-point line. Bombers in white with blue trim across the front of the scorer's table on the court, and a big white B in the center. As Avon gets back to work off the timeout, Taylor still in the ballgame with those 2 fouls, and they find a wide open Nick Rowland, and Pendergrass fouled him from behind as he makes the shot. Pendergrass was beat.
Late call.
Yeah, I didn't see the foul. That was right in front of us, but Pendergrass did come at him from behind, and that'll be 2 fouls on Liam Pendergrass. And he has to check out as Lehue checks in, and Whitman's going to be going small for the next 2:48 here in the second quarter.
So different strategies here. Coach Freeze keeping Taylor in with 2. Coach O'Connor taking his big guy out.
So Rowland now with 6 points. Tries to complete the 3-point play, but he misses, but he gets his own rebound, and he puts it up and in.
Yeah, I thought he traveled on that too. Coach O'Connor's yelling.
21-17, Avon back on top. 2:37 to go in the half. Lehue with it, right foul line extended, kicks it way across to Donovan. He'll reset.
Avon staying in that 1-2-2. Looks to be a little more aggressive.
Lehue in the corner, double team, swings it to Benedicts, now underneath to Donovan. Donovan leaves it off for Royston, who lays it in with the right hand.
Nice passing by Marcus Whitman, got into the dead area, reversed it, we're able to finish the layup.
21-19 your score now. Avon leads. Taylor now shakes and bakes, tries a baseline jumper. It goes up on top of the backboard, touches the support, so it's out of bounds. And Connor Taylor, team's leading scorer, still scoreless here. That stifling man-to-man defense by the sophomore Aiden Royston.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. And, you know, right now for Whitman, can they put a little run together without their big man on the court?
And Donovan just drove into the lane and charged into Nick Rowland, so that'll be the second foul on John Donovan.
And Coach O'Connor, no hesitation. Some coaches' preference to take him out with 2.
1:57 to go. It's Noah Hildreth, the 5'9" sophomore, checking in for Donovan. So Donovan and Pendergrass both on the bench with 2 fouls. And here comes Andrew Rowland, but it's picked off by Hildreth. And he finds Harad, who finishes with a circus shot left hand. Great feed, great finish. And now Taylor behind the back pulls up top the key for 3, no good. And it's Rowland with the rebound, tries a baseline jumper. That's off. Another offensive rebound for Avon. And Hildreth fresh in the game with a great pass to Harad, another sophomore, who finished with the left hand to tie this game up at 21-21. And then more offensive rebounds for Avon after a couple of misses. And now they're inbounding in front of their own basket directly to the left of our broadcast table. And it goes up top to Andrew Rowland, and it's picked off. Here comes Seth Benedict, 2-on-1 for the Wildcats. Benedict pulls up, misses the 8-foot jumper.
It was a tough shot for a 2-on-1.
But he steals it back. Royston did rather, but immediately got deflected into the hands of Connor Taylor.
Anybody bringing the ball up besides Connor Taylor is having a hard time for Avon. And Whitman's almost doubling him on the inbound to try to make somebody else put it up.
And Taylor, getting frustrated, tried to shoot it over Royston. It was an air ball. And with 57 seconds left in the second half, Whitman has the ball with a chance to take the lead. As Harad traveled with it, got into the lane. He thought he bobbled the ball. Referee Larry Swan thinks otherwise. Another turnover for Whitman. And with 50.5 left in this tie ball game, Avon will take over again.
An opportunity for a 2-for-1 here for Avon. Doesn't look like they're in that big of a hurry. Probably going to just kind of pound it down on the block. Seems to be their best way to score so far.
It's rolling baseline. A lot of contact with Benedict. Misses the layup, hit the rim. And now about a 2-second differential. Whitman can hold for 1 if they want. Lehue, though, swings it out top for Hildreth for 3! Noah Hildreth knocks it down.
Big shot for Whitman. Definitely have the momentum here.
Now Connor Taylor out top to Daly. Daly with the right hand gets it over to Andrew Rowland, the freshman. Hands it off to Taylor, back to Rowland. And Rowland throws it away. It's going to be over and back, but no, Benedict gets it, takes it to the rim, and lays it in with the left hand. His time expires in the first half. The Whitman Wildcats take a 26-21 lead into the halftime break, and what a turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, 17-9 at one point. They had that little 5-point possession, got them back in the game, and now the last probably 3-4 minutes, it's been a little helter-skelter pace, and Avon's been turning the ball over, and leading to some layups and breakouts for Whitman.
So we're going to step aside, hear from our sponsors. When we come back, it'll be the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. Once again, your score at halftime, Whitman 26, Avon 21. Winner moves on to the Blue Cross. Loser goes home. It's postseason basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
Check out Generations Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts with MyGen Perks. Visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Little John Orthodontics are proud to support our area high school athletes. Visit them online at littlejohnortho.com.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Marshall Exteriors. Are you looking for a contractor to give you a new roof, siding, windows, or other exterior home project? Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com, but don't forget they finish basements too. While you're talking with them, ask about their new Everlast Garage. This thing is amazing. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com or visit bvdsports.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. The Omen Theater in Lyons, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, is also the oldest theater in the U.S. See what's playing at omentheater.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 42 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Wednesday night is wing night with 60-cent wings in 10 different varieties. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press and Mail House has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardozola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. The Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Your major league connection with 7 players drafted last season. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Giant deli sandwiches, subs, daily lunch specials, and homemade soups, chili, and mac and cheese that will warm up even the coldest winter day. Also, try their famous paninis or star sandwiches. Check them out online at sfdowntowndeli.com.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back. We're at halftime here in Bloomfield. Marcus Whitman with a late charge in the second quarter to take a 5-point lead. They lead 26-21. It's a Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. Jim Sinicropi sitting baseline with Zac Young for FL1 Sports. And got some scores for you real quickly here. In the Class C2 semifinal doubleheader, Pittsford-Sutherland game 1, it's at halftime. Lions is ahead of Perry 51-29. Justice Smith broke his head coach Dean Schott's scoring record in this one. In Class C3, it's looking like the Naples Big Green run's going to come to an end. They trail 59-27 at the end of the third quarter. As Whitman comes out of the locker room to a round of applause from the fans to our left. Avoca's beating Genesee Valley 60-54 with 5 minutes 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. That's a D1 semifinal game at Wayland-Cohocton. And that's about all the updates I have for you right now. Actually, UPrep is defeating Fairport 41-34 at the end of the third period. That is the AA semifinal.
A 9 seed, I believe.
Yeah.
9 or 8.
In the Blue Cross Arena. A lot of people thought Fairport might be down, but they got a chance to get to the AA final if they can hold that lead. Belfast has defeated Elba in the D2. Thank you. So getting back to this one, Zach, it looked for a while like Avon was just going to be too much for this Wildcat team, but John Donovan had a 5-point possession. He got fouled, made the basket, missed the free throw, but then we got an offensive rebound. He made a 3, and ever since then, it's been all Whitman.
Yeah, early in the game, I'd say about the first 9-10 minutes, Avon was kind of controlling the tempo. They were going. They were the team that was getting some runouts, and they were getting a lot of second chance opportunities. And interesting enough, when Pendergast goes out, maybe it was Whitman going small and kind of picking the tempo up a little bit, and they forced some turnovers. And there's just been a lot more patience since Coach O'Connor called that timeout and getting it inside and then out. And they definitely have some momentum going here. And good things to come for them that 2 of their best players were out the last 2 minutes, and actually they didn't just hold their lead, they extended the lead, which is not something you really thought was going to happen when you have Pendergast and Donovan on the bench.
So you have a Marcus Whitman school here that hasn't won a sectional title since 1976, that now is just 16 minutes of game time away from getting to the Blue Cross Arena and having a shot at winning a block. It's a team that's had tremendous success in their league, 4 straight league championships. The last 3 were solo. In 2015-16, they split it with Naples and Bloomfield for tri-champs. And again, the winner of this game today advances to the Section 5 Class C1 championship game at the Blue Cross Arena at 9 p.m. where they'll face the winner of the second half of our doubleheader here on FL1 Radio, Gananda and CG FInney. So again, running through the first half scoring real quick, the big story, I think, on the Avon side is that Connor Taylor has 2 fouls and 0 points. He's been held scoreless. He's had the ball in his hands a lot, but he's had Aiden Royston, the sophomore, playing great man-to-man defense, really giving them trouble. Nick Rowland and Zach Colvin have 8 points apiece. Padre Coyne with 3 and Tyler Daly with 2. For Whitman, it's Donovan with 8, Seth Benedict, Ryan Harrod, and Liam Pendergrass with 4, 3 for Noah Hildreth and 2 for Royston, and Liam Pendergrass and John Donovan both with 2 fouls as Whitman leads 26-21. And if you're Coach Freeze, Zach, what are you going to try to do to free up Taylor and let him do his thing in the second half?
Well, he's got to bring the ball up, because when he didn't, that led to some problems for Avon. We've been running a lot of high ball screens for him. I think maybe get rid of the ball screen. He looks like he can take his man off the dribble. And so sometimes the screen actually hurts you when maybe a double team or a hedge comes. So Coach Freeze has been around to make some adjustments. Avon sticking with this 1-2-2 zone, I was interested to see if they come out with something different, but defense really hasn't been the problem for them. It's been more on the offensive and turnovers.
Second half underway as Whitman now coming at us. Avon moving away from us towards the baseline bleachers that are filled with Whitman and Avon students. And Pendergrass from the foul line leaves it off for Donovan. And Whitman picks up where they left off. They lead 28-21 now. As Donovan has 10 points, first player to double digits. As Avon now gets to work with their starting lineup in the ballgame. Daly hands off to Taylor. Taylor top of the key again, guarded by Royston. Gets it down to the block to Rowland, who leaves it off for Colvin. Rowland was triple teamed, shuffled it to Colvin, and now Colvin joins Donovan with 10 points, and the lead's back to 5 for Whitman.
A couple great passes from both teams to start the quarter. A little more offensive flow.
Benedict's finds Donovan wide open on the block, who just throws a little floater over the side of the rim and in. And now Donovan opens up the second half with 4 points, and the lead's back to 7, and he gets a steal. Coming the other way with the right hand, a little Euro step to the left side of the rim, but he misses. Gets his own rebound, shovels it to Pendergrass. Foul! Basket good! They're not going to count the, yeah, they're counting the basket. No, they're inbounding. Foul before the basket.
Wow.
I can't believe that.
Tough call.
The foul goes to Zach Colvin, so I guess it will be Whitman inbounding underneath their own basket, out top to Royston, who finds Donovan, who ties a 3 from the corner. Mark it down! John Donovan, the senior, is feeling it tonight in the Bomber Barn. Here comes Avon the other way. 3-point attempt on the way from Tyler Daly is an air ball. Rebound now comes out to Zach Colvin. He spins and misses. And
this is danger time for Avon. All the momentum with Whitman. Donovan feeling it. They can get another bucket here. You almost feel like Coach Free's got to call a timeout.
Whitman leads by 10, and there's a 3-pointer from the top of the key from Harad with a left hand coming up well short. And now Connor Taylor comes the other way. Tries to whip it baseline, but is broken up by Royston and out of bounds. So Avon will be inbounded from the corner at the end of their bench right now as we have a timeout. And the Whitman bench comes out to meet the players on the court as they come over. And you won't find a more involved and engaged bench than this Whitman bench to our right, Zach.
Oh, they're into it, and that's great. You know, good team chemistry. And you can see all the kids are happy. You know, they're not necessarily worried about whether they're getting in or not. They don't go very deep in their rotation. So credit to them, credit to the culture they've built. And John Donovan, 8 points in about a minute and a half here. So off to a hot start for Whitman, just what they needed.
And we have a final in this Class C3 semifinal at Letchworth. Calmum defeats Naples 69-38. And Fairport is now leading, UPrep takes the lead over Fairport. They're up 44-39 with 4:30 left to go in that one at the Blue Cross Arena. As players are now back on the court from the corner at the end of their bench, it will be Andrew Rowland, the freshman, inbounding. Same 5 on the court for Whitman. Actually, Jordan Leahue's in there. Pendergrass plays great stand-up defense against Colvin, who misses a shot over him. Or excuse me, that was Nick Rowland who missed the shot. Rebounded by Whitman. They lead by 10. Donovan now probes the defense. Gets it out to Royston. Gets it back in the corner. Up top to Jordan Leahue, the sophomore. Now Benedict's left open in the corner right in front of us for 3! Right between the eyes! 13-point Whitman lead with 5:26 to go here, third period. Connor Taylor now into the paint. He hangs, he misses. Rebounded by Benedict. Whitman looks to push, up ahead to Donovan. Donovan between the legs, swings it to Leahue. He's open for 3. One extra pass to Royston. So wide open, he collects and hits it.
They were daring him to shoot it. He thought about it, and then he knocks it down, and the Wildcats are feeling it.
Whitman up 16, and another turnover possibly. Nope, it's tracked down by Rowland, who now spins, and it's blocked by Pendergrass. But a foul, that'll be number 3 on Liam Pendergrass. You see Whitman do that a lot. Lehue had an open three, made the extra pass to Royston, who was wide open. He thought about shooting and then decided not to, and nobody came out to guard him, so he let it go and knocked it down.
You could almost tell it's a game plan for Avon to let him shoot. They dared him to do it, then he knocks it down. And
Nick Rowland misses the first free throw.
And I don't know here for Avon. Their body language is not looking very good. It's tough. Whitman's hit 4 threes in 3 minutes. They hit 3 the whole first half, so 7 threes total.
Coach O'Connor's going to stay with Pendergrass with those 3 fouls as Rowland does make the second free throw. It's 39-24, Wildcats lead.
I like Coach O'Connor leaving him in. Trusting his big man. Kind of go for the knockout punch here.
Now Donovan into the corner for Benedict for 3!
They are on fire.
What do you think? 42-24, 4:38 to go. And another turnover off the miss, and Whitman's feeling it. Pendergrass raises his hand to the sky as he comes back down court. Now we got full court pressure from Avon, and Avon wants a timeout, and the Whitman bench explodes. Some hot shooting here in the third quarter from the Wildcats. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers to open up the third period here. 5 3-pointers. Did I miss one?
Yeah, well, I think you just didn't count it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing? Who do you got?
I got Benedict with 2, Donovan with 2, and Royston with 1. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I got Donovan with 2 2-pointers, 1 3-pointer.
Okay.
That could be wrong.
Yeah, but either way,
it's a lot of points.
They're shooting about 80%. And, at this point, in this type, just watching Avon so far, I'm going to say they're going to have a hard time overcoming the 18-point deficit.
And on the girls' side of things, in the Class B2 semifinal, Wellsville with a 60-46 victory over Attica.
The Whitman faithful are fired up.
Well, like we said in the pregame, it's been a long time coming. This Whitman team's been so close to that Blue Cross Arena in that championship game. There's Todd Clausen in the house. Must be roughing the second ball game, right? From the DNC.
I'm sure.
And now full court pressure from Avon. Donovan's in trouble. He does barely get it over, but he throws it away, and now here comes Avon the other way. Connor Taylor dribbles it. Royston slapped it away. Man, Royston is really giving Connor Taylor, one of the best players in Livingston County, a ton of trouble tonight.
Yeah, it really hasn't been effective.
Nice inbounds play, though, leads to a reverse layup from Nick Rowland. Rowland now has 11 points, and Donovan stepped on the line right in front of referee Larry Swan. 42-26, basketball back to Avon with 4:12 to go in the third. For Whitman right now, it's Royston, Lehue, Benedict, Pendergrass with those 3 fouls, and Donovan. As Andrew Rowland inbounds to Connor Taylor, working off a pick from Nick Rowland. Now Nick Rowland to the bucket, and he's blocked from behind by Pendergrass. Out of bounds. Oh, wait, they might get a foul.
Yep, that's number 4.
And really a silly foul for Pendergrass. He was beat. He came down from behind, and it looked like he got out of ball, but sometimes that doesn't matter, Zach. If you block a guy from behind like that, more than often than not, the refs are going to blow the whistle. Yeah,
Dean Norton thought he hit his arm. Pendergrass is in disbelief. He's got his mouth wide open.
And he's going to be taking a seat here with 4:04, and really the last thing that this Whitman team needed is, oh boy, Nick Rowland free throw was halfway down and then it rolled out. Here comes Pendergrass to take a seat, and Ryan Harrod checks back in. As Coach O'Connor having a word with his junior big man Pendergrass.
Probably just tell him, listen, I know it was an aggressive mistake. You got to be a little smarter playing with 3 fouls. Wait till the 4th till you go for that block.
And Rowland makes 1 of 2. He's now 2 of 4 on the night from the charity stripe. 42-27 your score with 4 minutes to go third period. And Benedict brings it across. There was a collision between Jordan Lehue and Padraig Coyne. and they're going to whistle coin with a foul. That's just his first.
In the last couple possessions, Avon has been in full court pressure. Kind of bothered Whitman a little bit.
So inbounding at midcourt.
At this point, if you're Avon, you can't just sit in a 1-2-2 or, sit in a half-court man. You've got to try to force the tempo a little bit.
Donovan to Royston to Benedict's. Benedict's in the lane, a little floater, no good, and it's rebounded by Rowan. So Avon stemmed the tide here a little bit. They're down 15, 3:40 to go. Connor Taylor tries to get by Royston, can't do it, throws it away. Leahy with the basketball. He's bumped, no call. There's the call. Connor Taylor just picked up his third. All right, nope, they're going to give it to Ian Reed, the senior, just checked into the game a moment ago. That's his first foul. So once again for Whitman, it's Benedict, Harrod, Royston, Leahy, and Donovan. 3:34 to go, third period. They lead by 15, and Donovan boots it, tries to collect it, and there's a tie-up. Actually, the ball's loose. It comes to Reed. He loses it, and we got a foul. We got a timeout, Whitman.
Good timeout. Coach O'Connor saved the possession.
Giving you a chance to tell you about the Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Check out their menu at sfdowntowndeli.com. And Brad Van Dusen Photography, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, as well as specializing in photos of area student athletes. Book your appointment at bradvandusenphotography.com. I know some folks up here in Bloomfield have used Brad's services. Very happy with the results of the photos that Brad Van Dusen's taken. And for over 65 years, Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as a commercial printer with a full-service mail house. Get in touch with them online at wpress.com. And Jimmer's Auto on Fall Street in Seneca Falls offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And so Zach, it'll be Whitman's basketball, up 15, 3:20 to go in the third. Leahy's inbounding at the midcourt stripe in front of the fans, directly across from the scorer's table on the benches. And he lofts it into Benedict, who controls at the top of the key, hands it back to Leahy, who swings it over to Harrod. Back to Royston, top of the key, picks up his dribble and whips it into Harrod on the baseline, who dribbles it out now. Now he turns and tries to drive baseline. Got caught in the air, finds a streaking Benedict, who hits it off the glass. Great body control.
Floated in the air.
44-27, 2:57 to go. Connor Taylor into the paint. He lets one go, and finally, with 2:52 to go in the third period, Connor Taylor is on the board. 44-29 your score.
Full court man for Avon, looking to trap a little bit out of it.
Taylor picks off the pass from Donovan, and Avon will get another opportunity.
If you're Avon, you want to try to get it down to 10 or 8 here.
Three ball on the way, and in from Padre Coyne. He was left wide open, and it's a 12-point lead for Whitman with 2:28 to go in the third. They break the pressure this time. Here comes Donovan. Leaves it in the corner for Leahy. Kicks it out to Benedict. Benedict into the paint, rises and fires. Can't get it to go off the rim. Rebounded by Avon. And so Benedict got in the lane, missed about a 7-footer, and Braves pull down the rebound. It's Connor Taylor bringing it across midcourt. Still guarded tightly by Aiden Royston. He picks up his dribble, finds Coyne in the corner. Now they bounce it inside to Nick Rowland. And we got a foul down on the block. It looks like they're going to get Seth Benedict with his first foul of the ball game.
Avon should have the advantage on the block with Pendergast out. Whitman not very tall at all without him in there. Quick and tough. But if they can throw it down to, Colvin or one of their other bigs like they just did. Taylor with a bucket off. It's a third layup off out of bounds play.
And they almost turn it over again. That last foul was actually Seth Benedict's second foul, as Noah Hildreth checks into the game for John Donovan. Donovan might be tired. Surprising to see Donovan come out against this pressure right now. As
they didn't count the basket here. I think that's what they're pointing to. There it is. 44-34 now.
It's a 10-point game. It was Whitman had built the lead to 16. Avon, since they started pressing, has created some problems for Whitman. And now the lead just down to 10 here with 1:56 to go. Looked like it was going to be a runaway for the Wildcats, but Connor Taylor starting to get his game going. And now more full court pressure for Avon. They inbound to Royston. Royston pulls up his dribble and bounces it to Leahy, who throws it up ahead to Benedict. Bounce pass to a streaking Hildreth. Harad, and it was ill-advised and stolen by Avon. 1:42 to go, a chance to get back to single digits. Here comes Taylor, finds Coyne, open for three in the corner. It's well short, but picked up and scooped in by Keegan McCracken. Now up ahead, it's Seth Benedict, Royston ahead of the pack, misses a layup. Rebounded by Avon. So Royston took it right to the basket, double clutched and missed. And now here comes Taylor, pulls up at the free throw line, gets it to Coyne, tries another three, and it's short, but an offensive rebound by Rowland, who puts it up and in. The lead is now just 6.
Coach O'Connor not calling the timeout. These kids look a little rattled
They
here.
throw it away. Oh, they're saying it was deflected by Avon. And now we got a timeout, Coach O'Connor. And Zach, wow, it's just Whitman getting a little ahead of themselves, having trouble with the pressure, not finishing at the rim, and finally Taylor starting to catch his stride. Coyne hits a three-pointer, and we got a ball game again with 1 minute to go in the third.
Yeah, that's the thing about the press. You know, you can get easy shots, but you also are forced. You know, Whitman's playing at a much faster pace now, and they're altering some of the layups, and they're just turning it over, to be quite frank with you, and kind of. You have all that surge and that momentum. You're up 42-24. You get a little comfortable, and credit to Avon for digging down deep. And all of this really, though, with Pendergast out of the game. That fourth foul, I think, is a huge factor for them on the offensive end. Avon's been able to score at the rim. And now, you know, if you're Marcus Whitman, you just got to take a deep breath. You still have a 6-point lead. You know, you weren't going to shoot 80%, but if you're Avon, you're right back in the game. You know, you wanted to try to get it to 10, and now you got it down to 6 with only, you know, a little bit of time left in the third. So kind of back to the game we expected, and we'll see here. It's kind of a tough game to predict right now. Game of runs, you know, game of runs. Basketball's a game of runs, and right now Avon is on the good run.
And so inbounding in front of the scores table, it's going to be Noah Hildreth, the sophomore. There's 2 sophomores, there's 4 sophomores on the court along with Seth Benedict right now, as they do get it into Royston, who hands it off and gets it back. And now it's Hildreth, or Harad, excuse me, getting it back to Royston, who swings it to the corner to Lehue. Lehue tries to dribble into the paint, spins, and throws up a wild shot that was blocked and then saved by Taylor. Incredible play by Taylor. He gets the ball back now from Rowland, and with 34 seconds left to go in the quarter, they dump it into Rowland, who kicks it out, and now they swing in the extra pass to Andrew Rowland, who tries a 3, no good. Long rebound back to Rowland.
Foul on Avon.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan Lehue was knocked over, and Larry Swan with the call. It's going to go on Keegan McCracken. Just McCracken's first. And so Whitman ball again. Now shot clock's off in the third. If they don't score, they still enter the fourth here with a 6-point lead. The most important thing is don't turn it over. Whitman inbounding underneath their own basket. They get it into Donovan, who's checked into the ball game after that last whistle, and he whips it up to Pendergrass, who's in the ball game, and Pendergrass catches it and is fouled. Again, Pendergrass playing with those 4 fouls.
Yeah, Coach O'Connor rolling the dice, going a little offense, defense. You've got him in hopefully for the last offensive possessions. Just got to be smart and not get a foul on a free throw, or excuse me, on a missed shot.
That's McCracken picking up his second. That's just a 16th foul. So with 15 seconds to go, Whitman inbounds, and McDonovan turns it over, looking for a foul, but that was really just an unforced turnover. As now Taylor drives and tries to finish with the right hand, and guess who? It's Nick Rowland again with another rebound, and he's fouled by Lehue, and just a terrible end of the quarter by Whitman. They had the ball with 16 seconds left in the 16-point lead. Now with 2.4 left, Rowland heads back to the free throw line, can get the lead down to 4.
Yeah, coach's nightmare. You know, you want to be 6, like you mentioned. You want to be up 6, worst case scenario going into the fourth. Now you let Avon cut into, with a chance to cut into the lead.
Rowland 2 for 4 of this period from the free throw line. Here's the shot, and it's good. Rowland now with 15 points. He's been a workhorse for this Avon team tonight. This free throw will get the lead down to 4. He eyes, shoots into the sea of Whitman players and hits. 4-point game. Whitman was up 16. 2 seconds, 1 second. Long heave on the way, goes off the top of the backboard. And after 3 periods of play here in Bloomfield, Avon charges back to make it a ball game. They trail by 4. We got 8 minutes left of the Blue Cross. You're going to want to keep it right here on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rob Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And Whitman just really started out that third quarter so hot, but they end up losing the quarter 19-14 as they just have had trouble dealing with that Avon pressure. And now fourth quarter underway. It's Avon basketball with a chance to get the lead all the way down to 2. It's into Nick Rowland working against Pendergrass with those 4 fouls. Kick it back out to Andrew Rowland, excuse me. Andrew Rowland now drives and kicks it to the corner. And now one step, pump fake, and jump shot is no good from Padre Coyne, but he tracks down the offensive rebound, and there'll be another possession for Avon.
Avon went right at Pendergrass there, trying to pick up his 5th.
And now Connor Taylor with a floating right-handed runner in the lane. He has 6 points and the lead down to 2. As Noah Hildreth leaves it off for Donovan. Donovan kicks it over to Royston. Royston, one dribble in the lane, underhand pass to Donovan, steps back for 3. It's short, rebounded by Pendergrass. He's bumped from behind and misses the layup badly, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Looks like Pendergrass just hesitated. He could have gone right back up with it.
Yeah.
He'll end up on the free throw line, though.
He did a little pump fake, did a good job of not shuffling his feet. And Whitman will be in the 1-on-1 for the rest of the quarter. That press has been huge for Avon, but when you're pressing and you're in foul trouble, so that's going to be a factor.
Pendergrass' first free throw is good. His first point since the second quarter, and the lead back up to 3 now for Whitman. It looked like Whitman was running away with this out of the halftime locker room. Pendergrass gets the roll on the second free throw. Lead back to 4. 7:06 to go in the ball game. Here comes Connor Taylor between the legs to the right. Kicks it back out to Coyne. He's been hot from 3. Now baseline to Rowland. Drives, misses. He got by Pendergrass and then missed the layup short. Here comes Whitman back the other way. John Donovan dribbles to the right. Leaves it off for Royston. Royston picks up his dribble, finds Pendergrass in the paint. Now kicks out to Harrod for 3. Left-handed 3 off the front of the rim and pulled down by Rowland. And now Donovan, just kind of a silly foul there, picked up his 3rd.
Yeah, a little bit of a frustration foul there, you could tell.
And now Jordan Lehue checks out of the ball game. Seth Benedict checks back in for Whitman. It's Donovan, the senior, Benedict and Pendergrass, the juniors, and sophomores Royston and Harrod. For Avon, it's Nick Rowland, Connor Taylor, Andrew Rowland, the freshman, Padre Coyne, the senior, and Ian Reed, another senior, into the ball game. As there's Coyne with it top of the key, picks up his dribble, finds Nick Rowland, who drives against Pendergrass, spins up and in.
Great move, good control, and again, Pendergrass can't really do much. They need him on the offensive end. He's just kind of standing there and trying to rebound. And
they keep going at him.
Yep.
Here comes Whitman. They lead by 2 with 6:10 to go in the ball game. It's Seth Benedict dribbling top of the key. And he leaves it for Harad, who holds it. Now swings it to Donovan. And now Donovan hands it to Royston. 15 seconds to shoot. Top of the key to Benedict. Benedict holds it, works off a pick from Pendergrass, and gives it to Harad, who now drives, gets in the air, and leaves it for Benedict, who finishes on the right side of the rim. Benedict has 14. That lead back up to 4. 5:41 to go. Avon comes back the other way. And driving to the left side, right into Pendergrass, and missing is Taylor. A lot of contact, no call. Here comes Donovan into the paint, and we got a offensive foul on John Donovan, who now has 4.
A little out of control. Coach O'Connor not arguing, just kind of saying, you got to know what's going on. It's about a 1-on-3, and he's got to keep his head here. They're going to need him down the stretch.
Wasn't sure how referee Dean Norton was going to call that one. He kind of hesitated for a moment, as now Dean Norton is coming over to the scorer's table along with referee Jason Brightful. Greg O'Connor's father, Jerry O'Connor, assistant coach, over to the scorer's table to confirm that is 4 fouls on John Donovan. So 2 Wildcats with 4 fouls here with 5:28 to go. In the fourth, it's Avon basketball. Wildcats up 4. And they work it, rolling into the corner to Taylor. Taylor drives baseline, up and under, can't get it to go. Pendergrass fights for the rebound, but it ends up in the hands of Taylor. And now it's back out top for Avon. They'll reset with a fresh shot clock, 5:09 to go in the game. Taylor left hand, leaves it off for Nick Rowland. Shoots over Pendergrass on the baseline, no good. Rebound hauled in by Donovan, and he slows it up.
Good defensive set there for Marcus Whitman.
Donovan walks it across the midcourt. He stops right in front of his coach. Coach O'Connor calls out the play. Now he leaves it for Benedict at the top of the key. Benedict drives, has it stripped, gets it back. Now kicks it to Hildreth into the corner for Royston. Bounce pass to Pendergrass, can't handle it. Ball bounces to Benedict, who's open for 3.
Big shot.
Wins.
Off a broken play. Whitman trying to get it to Pendergrass and bounce right to
Benedict for
3.
And now Benedict has 17, the lead 7, and it's a turnover by Avon. Donovan controls. He's having trouble dribbling, though, but a foul call. That might be on Taylor, and so that's Taylor's 3rd here with 4:14 to go.
Yeah, more importantly, Whitman's going to go to the line. So they should have the advantage here. Both teams the rest of the game, any foul, they're going to be going to the line. I don't know what the problem is, why they're taking it out of bounds here.
That is the 3rd foul on Connor Taylor, as we get Tyler Daly checking back into the game for Padraig Coyne. And the Avon fans are who you're hearing with their team trailing 7, and Donovan at the free throw line. And the 1-and-1 misses. Pendergrass may have gone over the back there, no call. And the ball's on the ground at midcourt, and it is collected by, we got a jump ball. And it looks like it's going to come back to Whitman here with 4:07 to go. They lead 51-47.
Oh, we got ripped at half court by Taylor. Donovan did.
And Taylor lays it in with the right hand. Donovan would have had to commit his 4th foul there to stop him. And so now the lead down to 5. Up ahead it's Harad. Leaves it for Pendergrass. Ball tipped away, but Benedict with a great nose for the ball. Whips it into Pendergrass. He's barreled from behind by Nick Rowland, who was going for the steal. And they're going to have Pendergrass has a little bloody nose. They're going to force him to go see the trainer before he shoots these free throws. Again, it's going to be 1-and-1.
Good hard foul. Nothing dirty about it. Going for the ball, aggressive.
Just the first foul on Rowland.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, he's been so active everywhere underneath the basket. As Pendergrass knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. He's now made 3 straight free throws. He's got 7 points on the game. The lead back to 6. 3:47 to go for the Wildcats. Pendergrass makes it 4 in a row. The junior gives them their 7-point lead back here with 3:45. And here comes Avon. Connor Taylor, right-hand dribble to the right side, picks it up. Guarded by Royston, tries to dump it into Rowland, but it's stolen by Harad. And Benedict now gets it up to Royston. Royston straight to the basket, hangs, can't get it to go.
Great block by Taylor.
And now Avon coming the other way. It's Andrew Rowland pulling it back out, getting it into the corner for Daly, tries a 3, off the rim, no good. And Donovan flies in for the rebound, now he'll slow it down, 3:16 to go.
Coach O'Connor, you can tell he wants his team to run a little clock. They're kind of spread out, almost like a four corners look here with Pendergrass at the high post.
And it's Donovan getting into the lane, leaving it for Pendergrass, top of the key, who shuffles it over to Harad. One dribble, Harad picks it up. Now it's Benedict, guarded by Daly tightly at the top of the key, and he loses it. And now he reaches in.
A silly foul.
And that'll be the third foul on Seth Benedict, and that will be the 7th team foul on the Wildcats.
Silly foul. They would have had a chance to, play defense and slow up the possession, but now they're sending them to the line, and no time is going off the clock.
2:53 to go in the fourth. Whitman had led by 16 at one point in this game. Avon came fighting back late in the third period to cut it to 2. And now first free throw by Taylor is in. And Taylor, scoreless in the first half, now has 9 points, 5 of them in the fourth period here. He'll get a chance to get it to double digits with this free throw, and he nails it. So lead back down to 5. Ball inbound to Donovan. Donovan up the right sideline, breaks the pressure, and then picks up his dribble and traveled. Nope, they got a foul.
That was a good call. He got pushed from behind. You're shooting 2 free throws here the rest of the way if you're Marcus Whitman.
Last time Donovan was at the line, he missed the front end. As that foul goes on Tyler Daly. That's the second on Tyler Daly. And Donovan takes a deep breath as he eyes the rim right in front of our broadcast table. And he comes up short, but it's 2 shots. That was the 10th team foul. So Donovan's now missed 2 free throws in a row. The senior, the only senior on this Whitman squad. 2:47 to go, 53-48 Whitman. Glad you could be with us. Jim Sinicropi, Zac Young here at the Bomber Barn. This Class C1 semifinal doubleheader. This is the first half as Donovan converts and gets the lead up to 6. So it's a 2-possession game with 2:47 to go. We got a timeout on the floor. Can tell you about Connie's Diner, where they have the ambiance you'll only find in a true diner. Check out their menu at connieswaterloo.com. And the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes is also the oldest in America. See what's playing at the Omen Theater online at omentheater.com. And Red's Place is serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls, and every Wednesday is 60-cent wing night. And this is the loudest gymnasium I've been in all year.
Yeah, it's a cool environment right now. You got almost everybody here for the second game. I don't know if they stopped letting people in. I'm not sure what the deal is.
I'm pretty sure that they must have, because there's just no place to put them here. And nobody's coming. The doors are closed.
I wouldn't want to be outside trying to get a parking spot right now. I know that the announcers, they've had to announce a couple times for people to move or park illegally. But yeah, definitely loud. And right now, if you're Avon, not time to panic yet. You can still, you don't have to bomb threes away. I think you guys, Taylor's been much more effective the second half. I'd say, give him the ball at the top, let him try to create. He's been doing a better job the second half. They could also go down low. Rowland's just had a great game, Nick Rowland. So those are their 2 main options. And Whitman's just sticking with their man-to-man. They got a little extended token pressure here. And Taylor's bringing the ball up.
2:44 to go. 6-point Whitman lead. Taylor across the timeline, guarded by Royston. Steps back, carries a 3 and knocks it down. The senior coming alive. It's a 3-point game now.
That's a big-time shot.
Royston right in his face. And now Harad, the sophomore, picks up his dribble after clearing the timeline, swings it way across to Donovan. Donovan looks to reset now. 22 seconds to shoot, 2:20 to go in the ball game. Donovan works against Taylor into the paint, and he is fouled. He'll shoot more free throws, and they got Padre Coyne with a foul. That should be his 4th.
Yeah, a little two-man game there for Whitman. Kind of clear everybody out. Give it to your best ball handler with your best big, Donovan and Pendergrass, and Donovan is able to get the call.
It's a tough call.
Yeah, it was a tough call. It could have went either way.
Donovan, free throw is high off the back iron and out. So Donovan just 1 for 4 from the line here in the 4th period, and it's a 3-point game, and he's shaking his head in frustration. He'll try to make this one and make it a 2-possession game. 2:13 to go. Couple dribbles, spin, and fires, and hits. 17 points for John Donovan on the game. 2:11 to go. 55-51 Whitman. Taylor brings it across midcourt. Guarded by Royston. Crossover on the left side. Now he gives it up. It's tapped away by Donovan and collected, though, by Avon, but not before a foul on Seth Benedict. That's number 4 on Benedict. 4 fouls on Donovan. 4 fouls on Benedict. 4 fouls on Pendergrass.
That was a 50-50 ball. It's just a tough break for Whitman there because they kind of had him in a trap, but he's able to sneak through, and now he's going to the free throw line for a 1-on-1.
18th foul on the Wildcats. They lead by 4. We're now under 2 minutes with 1:59 to go.
Tough spot for a freshman here. Let's see how he responds.
Rolling off the back iron, no good. Good box out by Benedict, gets the rebound. He boxed out the shooter. Now quickly comes Whitman, and they pull it back out. It's Harrod, the sophomore, guarded by Taylor between the legs, picks up his dribble. Now they get it to Benedict. Benedict drives left side baseline, blocked at the rim by Taylor, and pulled in by Avon. 1:39 to go. Avon trails by 4. Taylor lost it. We're going to have a jump ball. It should stay with Avon. Taylor got a little ahead of himself and got tied up by Ryan Harrod.
Coach Freeze was trying to get a timeout before the jump ball, but it looks like they're just going to give him the jump ball. Probably doesn't want the timeout now, I'm assuming.
And it's going to be their ball, but next jump ball would be Whitman's. 55-51, 1:34 to go. As we get Zach Colvin, the freshman big guy for Avon, checking into the game. Donovan, Benedict, Harrod, Pendergrass, and Royston for Whitman. 1:29 to go. Wildcats by 4. Donovan now guarding Daly, top of the key. They get it to Nick Rowland. Now back out to Daly, who drives with the right hand, lets a floater go. It's way off the mark, but collected by Rowland. And the left-handed putback is missed, but Liam Pendergrass just picked up his 5th foul. He's already heading over to the bench. He says he got all ball, but doesn't matter. That's foul number 5. And that's why you got to be careful picking up those earlier fouls.
Yeah, but 2 minutes left in the game, you got to go for it. And he did a great job. And he played about 8 or 9 minutes with 4 fouls.
Pendergrass finishes with 8 points, 2 field goals, and 4 free throws. And
now it was a 1-and-1. It wasn't a shooting foul.
Yeah,
Avon tried to sneak in there. Or excuse me, it was 2 shots, not a 1-on-1.
Shooting foul. He missed the first one.
So he's just going to have a second shot here.
So Colvin, the freshman, already missed the first one. The second one would be huge with 1:15 to go to make it a 3-point game. Left-handed free throw, rims in and out, rebounded by John Donovan, and slings it over to Harrod, who throws it to the middle of the court to Benedict. He's fouled.
Looks like he got a shoulder right to the chin there.
Now, Benedict broke his nose earlier this year, wore a mask for a couple of games, and he looks like he might have a bloody nose now. They're going to have, he doesn't want to come out of this ball game. Actually, looks like it looks like he's okay, but his nose isn't bleeding, I guess. They're cleaning up the court at the spot where he went down. That will be the second foul on Andrew Rowan for Avon. For Avon, Padre Coyne has 4 fouls. Coyne is probably their best 3-point shooter. He's on the court right now. For Whitman, Pendergrass just fouled out. Donovan playing with 4. Benedict playing with 4. And now Seth Benedict will shoot a couple of the biggest free throws of his career. with 1:08 to go, and his team up by 4. And actually, they got the mask out for Benedict, the glass mask. You saw Rip Hamilton used to play with that in the NBA. They were going to let him put it on if he wanted to. We waved him off.
Maybe he'll wait till he makes these two and then he can put it on for defense.
And here comes the first free throw from Benedict, and it rims off the front rim, backboard, and down. Makes it a 5-point game. One more free throw coming. On the court for Whitman, it's Royston, Harrod, Donovan, Lehue, and then Benedict at the line. And now we have something else on the court. Referee Larry Swan kicks it off. Couldn't tell what it was. And now Benedict receives the ball from referee Jason Brightville. And going to take a couple dribbles. Lets it go. And nothing but net. 6-point lead for Whitman, 1:08 to go. Full court pressure from Whitman now. Here's Connor Taylor, brings it up the right side. He's guarded by Aiden Royston. Now into the corner goes Taylor, into the lane. Tried to leave it off for Roland. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up by Jordan Lehue and into the hands of Royston. And we're going to have another foul. Connor Taylor just picked up his 4th. Pretty much a purposeful foul to send John Donovan back to the line. And Donovan just 2 of 5 from the line here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, but he's got really, if he makes 1, puts him up 3. It's just kind of a lackadaisical pass. Taylor's got to be gassed. He has to do so much for Avon.
Yeah. Donovan spins it. Let's go. And hits. So Donovan has made 3 of his last 4 this period. He's 3 for 6 from the line on the game. He now has 18 points. Second shot coming. This will give him an 8-point lead with 53.6 seconds left. And he buries it. Here comes Avon. They'll have to work quickly. They're down 8. Taylor to the corner. To Coyne. That gets it back. Swings it inside to Roland. Almost loses it, and he throws it away. Nope. Yes. It's Jordan Lehue with it, and Jordan Lehue's fouled. And Whitman's starting to feel it.
Yep. The bench is up. Fans are excited as they should be.
Looking to make plans for Friday night in the Big House in Rochester. Just 41 seconds away from punching their ticket to the C1 final, where they'll face the winner of our next game between Gananda out of the Wayne County League of the Wayne Finger Lakes and C.G. FInney. But first, Lehue will try to extend upon that 59-51 lead. In between games, we'll have some scoring updates for you from around the Section 5 tournaments as Lehue, the sophomore, knocks down the first free throw. His second point of the evening. The lead balloons up to 9 with 41 seconds to go. And the Marcus Whitman Athletic Director's son lets go again and buries this one. 10-point lead for Whitman. And we got a turnover. Donovan has it. He spins, he shoots, he should have pulled it up. It was blocked, but back into the hands of Whitman. 30 seconds to go, and Lehue is fouled. He'll head back to the free throw line.
He wasn't pulling that out.
Yeah.
Coach is yelling at him right now, but he wasn't pulling that out. He was going for the highlight reel there. Gives him a high five. They can all laugh about it, up 10.
28.3 to go. Man, they've come so close to getting to that sectional final over the past 4 or 5 years since O'Connor has taken over. This is O'Connor's 6th year, and that's Lehue's 3rd straight free throw in this 4th period. Makes it 11. And what a great night for this Marcus Whitman program. If they can close this one out with 28 seconds left. Lehue makes the lead 12. Impressive moxie from the sophomore. 25 seconds to go. Taylor pulls up from the top of the key. It's an air ball. It's rebounded by Reed and stripped away by Donovan. Donovan goes down, and we got a foul on Reed, and now John Donovan will shoot some more free throws. And I think Avon's got to be resigned to the fact that this one's over. And the Marcus Whitman fans certainly know it's over. And you're going to see a celebration in Rushville tonight they'll be able to enjoy it for a couple days, but Friday night, they'll be on the big stage at the Blue Cross Arena, 9 o'clock tip against the winner of FInney and Gananda coming up next on this same court, and we'll have that game for you live here on FL1 Radio as Donovan misses the first free throw.
It's not only a big win for Marcus Whitman, but a big win for the Finger Lakes West.
Absolutely.
They've had a team get to the finals in several years, and kind of a statement win. You know, get your program to the finals regardless of.
Honeywell did get to the finals against Clyde last year and lost, but again, this is a higher classification. And it's stolen by Whitman. 10 seconds left to go. Avon's going to call off the Ducks. The celebration is on. 5, 4, 3. And the Marcus Whitman Wildcats are heading to the big house. Final score, Whitman 63, Avon 51. And you got to feel pretty darn good for Coach O'Connor and his staff, and especially these kids.
Yeah, just an exciting time for them. Coach O'Connor puts a ton of time in. Really has built the program up the last couple of years, as you mentioned, his record. And it's a great moment for him and his kids just to get to the big house. And a lot about that team. I mean, that was both teams, game of runs like we talked about. I mean, Avon taking a punch and coming back, and really, you know, those free throws down the stretch kind of hurt them.
We'll probably get the senior John Donovan, maybe Seth Benedict over here for the postgame show, but we're going to step aside for a moment here. When we come back, it's the Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style postgame show. Once again, your final score, Whitman 63, Avon 51. Championship game Friday night for the Wildcats. Keep it right here.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontics, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Hero credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes.
And welcome back inside the Bomber Barn, where your final score in the first half of our doubleheader, Marcus Whitman 63, Avon 51. They're heading to the big house Friday night at 9 o'clock for a championship date against the winner of the second half of our doubleheader, Gananda and FInney. And I'm joined here on the Little John Orthodontic Smiles with Style postgame show with senior John Donovan, head coach Greg O'Connor. And you're going to the big house. How's that feel?
Feels great.
Coach, I know I'm just talking with about 3-4 minutes left to go about how close you guys have come since in your 6 years here at Whitman, and you built that big lead. They came striking back. a lot of emotions. Your team came through, not just your senior, Jordan Leahy making some big free throws, Seth Benedict coming up big. How does it feel to see these guys have the success and get to play for that championship?
It's amazing. I got chills when you said Big House, because the last time we played there was when I was on the team in 2001. That's the last time Whitman's been there, and then before that was 76. So
last sectional title,
that's
76.
the last sectional title. So this is awesome. I am so proud for these guys to be able to have that experience, especially John.
Yeah.
5 years with me, it's been a ride. So we still got a ride to go, though.
You've ever been to the Blue Cross during the finals and watched any games there?
Yeah, I've been there to watch games, yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine what it's like to play there? It's just a different feel,
Insane,
I'm
yeah.
sure. Yeah, so what are you going to be doing over the next couple days to get ready for that title game?
Putting in work.
Yeah. Good.
Same thing we've been doing all year.
You're going to stay and watch tonight, obviously.
Absolutely.
And so, Coach, while I got you here, your opponents for the sectional final is going to be either CG FInney or Gananda. What do you think of these two teams? You have a better matchup with one than the other? Or?
I think this should be a great game. Really, they're both run and gun. If you've seen Gananda, they're the 5 out and just kind of pass and move and cut. FInney has 2 really good guards that are going to attack the hoop like crazy, and then have that spot up shooter. So it's going to be a really nice game to watch. I can't wait. So I don't know. Matchup wise, I don't know. You never know, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And especially on that big court and that environment, every game's different up there. So I got to ask you guys, as John, there's some of your classmates pretty pumped. They're going to be going up to Rochester this weekend, I'm sure. So you guys, dominated the Finger Lakes West. You've lost one game in the last 3 years. You're just killing everybody. So then you come into Miners and lose that game by 20. That was the last game you lost, I think it was 6-7 games ago. And now all the talk on Finger Lakes 1 with all our guys is, the West is no good. They were overrated. Do you feel a little vindicated now that you came out? This Avon team beat Miners.
Yeah, for sure. We feel great. I feel great, at least.
Do you think that as the West champ, you guys belong and can, in C1 here, it's been a tough nut to crack. You've had to face not just you, but other Wayne Finger Lakes teams have lost to teams like North Star Christian, and this year the CG FInney team's the private school that's in there. Just talk a little bit, Coach, about your league and about your team.
I think you're right. It is tough to kind of roll kind of through it and then come in and play some tough competition. I'm really glad we had Miners late in the year, to be honest with you. They played a phenomenal game. I do not discredit them for anything because they really had a good game plan. But you're right. It does feel good because Avon beat them, they beat us, and now we got our vengeance back here. And, thank you to them for preparing us a little bit more.
That loss also gave us a different mindset, too. We came back, came together, played as a team, stayed strong. We're looking good.
And that showed tonight. I mean, you guys had to overcome a lot of adversity. It was a tough start to the game. Royston, what a great job Aiden did on Connor Taylor.
Yeah.
Held him scoreless in the first half. What did you do? Give him some caffeine or something in the halftime? Because you guys came out on fire in the beginning of that third quarter.
That's I told him, I go, guys, shots didn't fall, but we love this end at Bloomfield. So I said they're all going to go in this quarter.
And they did.
They did.
Yeah, Seth hit some shots.
Yep.
Seth okay? He hurt his nose again. I saw they got the mask back out. They were thinking of putting it on.
He's a tough kid. Even if he's not, he won't tell you any different.
Yeah,
so.
right. Well, and you just came out of the gate strong, and you came out of the second half gate strong. You're such a young team. You're the only seniors. You got to provide leadership to these guys, or they kind of inherently seem a little more mature than their age.
They're really mature, but I try and lead them to be the best that they can be and just work together and stay composed, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to keep you any longer. You deserve to celebrate with your team in the locker room a little bit.
Yeah.
Enjoy this second half of the doubleheader. See, you're going to be playing on Friday night, and then the nightcap at the Blue Cross Friday night. So sleep in a little. Oh, you got school Friday morning. You can't sleep in, but I'm sure you won't be getting. You'll be ready to go on Friday night. Even if the game was at 1 a.m., I'm sure you guys will be ready to go. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Proud of you. Good job. Good job, Coach. Way to go.
Thank you.
So, and there's Jerry O'Connor. Your dad always wants some of the spotlight. We'll get Zach back in here real quick. So, Zach, needless to say, they're pretty excited.
Yeah, your first time getting there, it's just a great feeling, and like I said, I have a lot of respect for Coach O'Connor and the job he's done with that program. And it was a great win. It was a good game, good high school basketball game.
So we got the second half of this doubleheader coming up again. Gananda and FInney. They got 10:33 on the game clock. That can't be right, though. Are they really all that they're taking?
It looks like it, yeah. I mean, you don't have to have a half hour. They put 15 on, and they're letting people in, and some people are getting ready. Like we mentioned earlier, we're not letting people in because it was max capacity. I was like, oh wow, it's clearing out pretty good, but. Gananda will bring a big crowd.
Again. Yeah, filling right back up again. So run down the final scoring here for Avon. It was Connor Taylor with 13 points, Nick Rowland with 18, 2 for Tyler Daly, 6 with Padre Coyne, 10 for Zach Colvin, and 2 for Keegan McCracken. 51 points for Avon. They went on a 16-2 run late in the third quarter to cut that lead to 2, but then Whitman was able to respond in the fourth, and they really scored most of the points in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. They hit 14 free throws in the fourth quarter and only had 2 field goals, a 2 and a 3 in the fourth quarter, but it was enough to propel them to a 63-51 points. It was 19 points from John Donovan, the lone senior, 19 points from Seth Benedict. Liam Pendergrass had 8 points before following out late in the game. 5 points apiece for Aiden Royston and Jordan Lehue. 2 sophomores, Ryan Harrod, another sophomore, with 4 and 3 points from Noah Hildreth. And Whitman now improves to 20-2, and they're just one step away from their first sectional title since 1976. Last time they were in the Blue Cross, 2001. Coach O'Connor was a player on that team.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. To come back to your hometown and grew up there, is teaching there, and I'm sure there's a lot of pride in Coach O'Connor and that program, and he's really built it up from, I'm not going to say nothing, but when he took over, it wasn't like it was a powerhouse that it is now.
Yeah.
And, I think the move to the FL West has helped them, and you can say right now all the hard work you put in, and they got some bounces when they needed, and made some big shots there in the third quarter to give them that cushion, and then just sustain the counter punch from Avon, and they're going to the big house.
And they'll face the winner of the next half of our doubleheader, the second seed Gananda against CG FInney. Should be a good one. Gananda probably the decided underdog, but if Gananda can win, it would be an all-Wayne Finger Lakes final in the Blue Cross in C1. We're going to step aside now for about a 4 or 5 minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half of our doubleheader. Once again, the Marcus Whitman Wildcats are heading to the Blue Cross Arena on Friday night, where they'll face the winner of the second half of our C1 semifinal doubleheader straight ahead here on FingerLakes1.com.
Check out Generations Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts with MyGen Perks. Visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Little John Orthodontics are proud to support our area high school athletes. Visit them online at littlejohnortho.com.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Marshall Exteriors. Are you looking for a contractor to give you a new roof, siding, windows, or other exterior home project? Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com, but don't forget they finish basements too. While you're talking with them, ask about their new Everlast Garage. This thing is amazing. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com or visit bvdsports.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. The Omen Theater in Lyons, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, is also the oldest theater in the U.S. See what's playing at omentheater.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 42 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Wednesday night is wing night with 60-cent wings in 10 different varieties. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press and Mail House has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardazola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. The Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Your major league connection with 7 players drafted last season. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Giant deli sandwiches, subs, daily lunch specials, and homemade soups, chili, and mac and cheese that will warm up even the coldest winter day. Also, try their famous paninis or star sandwiches. Check them out online at sfdowntowndeli.com.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back here inside the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield, where one half of the C1 Section 5 championship game on Friday night is set. It'll be the Marcus Whitman Wildcats winning 63-51. I'm Jim Sinicropi, sitting baseline with Zac Young and coach, or former coach, now athletic director at Weedsport. But man, if this game can do anything to match the intensity level of the last game, we're in for a treat. But would you agree that Gananda, the second place team in the Wayne County League, losing only twice this year to Lions, 8 to come in 19-2 against a 17-3 FInney team that doesn't have a lot of size, but they have an 8th grader that's receiving a lot of hype, that's going to play a lot tonight. Would you agree that Gananda is the underdog here?
I would say an underdog, yeah. Just based on the schedule that FInney gets to play, it's an advantage to them. You know, they played North Star twice. They've got, you know, they went up against Kearney. I mean, those are just teams that Gananda hasn't seen. You know, they've played Lions twice, who's a great team, ranked 3rd in the state, obviously. But besides that, you know, their non-league's just not as tough as the overall strength of schedule for FInney. You know, FInney only has 3 losses. 2 of them were to North Star, who was moved up to Class A. So, yeah, I would say just based on, you know, what I've been following this year and a little bit that I've got to see the teams, you know, they just have 2 tremendous scorers, whereas Gananda is a little more, you know, balanced, but I would say definitely a bit of an underdog.
Yeah, they have a 1,000-point scorer in Jaden Catricini. senior. He's joined by Tim McClare, a big man inside in the senior class, along with Cole Wright, a 5'9 guard who's a senior. Andrew Gabbard, Jerry Brongo, a couple of great sophomores. Gabbard plays well beyond his years. Brongo just coming on this year. But you can't blame Gananda. They play in a Wayne County league that's a little down as compared to years past. C.G. FInney, the independent, the private independent, they can schedule whoever they want.
Yeah, definitely the advantage of being an independent school. I will give Coach Marchland a lot of credit, though. He didn't have any bones about being placed in C1. And everything I've heard about him, he's very straight up. Nice little sign of unity here. I don't know what's going on at half court. This is very unique to see before a game.
Yeah,
but Coach
got
Marchland,
all the players alternating, one from each team with their arms around each other around center court, saying, it looks like a prayer. Maybe?
Yeah, never seen this before, to be honest with you. But like I said, with Coach Marchland, he's pretty much a straight shooter. He said, I know we're going to be good. This classification he thought fit. And, the last couple of years they've been putting that private in the highest C classification. They've got a great, if you're not familiar with them, they got a great player. We already talked about Marcus Robinson, but Keegan O'Curr, very, very talented point guard. You look at him, you wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think so. No offense, Keegan, but I think that's what a lot of people see, and then you see him go out and play. I saw him light up Clyde last year. He's just a very talented player. He's been around. I watched him on tape guard Miles Brown pretty much the entire game. No intimidation, no fear from him. So, him and Robinson get a lot of the headlines, but I think tonight Xavier Smith for them, number 12, is going to be a player to keep an eye on. Just seems like a physical presence, and both teams are a little undersized, and he can kind of bring some length to the team.
Now, one thing interesting about tonight's ball game too is it's a stark contrast in coaches. Jeff Thompson, who was our FL1 Sports Wayne Finger Lakes Coach of the Year this year for the Gananda Blue Panthers, very reserved, very calm, very stoic, very collected. Coach Joe Marchand for C.G. FInney, one of the most demonstrative, animated, intense coaches that maybe I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad Finney's on the other sideline because I've seen him do some of the Tiger Woods fist bumps.
That's
so
right.
we might get one in the face if he was down on our side. He's really, really intense, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
He's just really. It's kind of funny to watch, to be honest with you. But the kids play hard for him, and Coach Thompson, I've seen him get fired up before, but for the most part, like you said, pretty reserved. Been around, has a sectional title. I believe the only coach in Gananda history. I believe. So just, it's his program. It's been his program. He's a classy guy. Known him for many years. And, so good coaching matchup as well.
Yeah, Gananda won the sectional title in Class C2 in 2007. That's the only sectional title in their school history. As we get ready for starting laps, don't believe we're going to have another national anthem before the start of this one. If you're just joining us, we are live here from the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield. I'm Jim Sinicropi along with Zac Young, and we are sitting on the baseline at the end of the Gananda bench, the home team side. And this is a unique gymnasium. We got bleachers on one side opposite of the benches, a wall behind the benches, and there are additional bleachers on the far baseline behind the basket that we're facing on the opposite end of the court off the end of the C.G. FInney bench. It was jam-packed for that Whitman Avon game, which Whitman won. A little smaller crowd, but still a pretty full gymnasium. Really decided advantage for Gananda here in terms of crowd. You got Gananda students right behind the bucket at the far end in those bleachers. And you have the C.G. FInney Falcons coming in at 17-3. They've won 2 straight. Their last loss was a North Star Christian, 64-61 on February 8th. We have starting lineups just announced for C.G. FInney. It's Marcus Robinson, the 6-foot 8th grader. Josh Taylor, senior at 6'2". Xavier Smith, a 6-foot senior forward. Caleb Anger, a 6'2" senior, and Keegan O'Curr at 5'10". man in the guard spot. It'll be Andrew Gabbard, Cole Wright, Jaden Castrochini, 1,000-point scorer, Zach Deere, and Tim McClare, the big guy. We're getting ready to jump. Referee Todd Clausen with the ball in his hand. It'll be McClare against the 8th grader Robinson. Ball in the air, controlled by C.G. FInney. They're moving at us for the first quarter here. And here comes Okur straight to the basket. Hangs and can't finish, but rebounded and then blocked. Xavier Smith had a shot block. Another offensive rebound for C.G. FInney. Okur again takes it to the basket, and he charges right into Tim McClare.
Good call. He's a little out of control. McClare altered both shots prior and then picks up a charge. And that's a great start for Gananda.
And the Gananda students very vocal. We got Keegan Okur giving some full court pressure, a little token as they get it across.
FInney, Joe is known for Coach Marchland. They play a lot of unique defenses. That's a full court 1-3-1. It's tough to kind of see what they drop into. They like to play a lot of gimmick, like a lot of triangle and 2 type things.
Castrochini kicks it out for 3 to Cole Wright, and that goes off the back iron and hits the basket support. It'll be C.G. FInney ball. Now full court pressure from Gananda. Both teams like to get up and down. Should be a fun game tonight. They inbound to Okur. Okur pushes it across half court, falls over, ball scooped up by Andrew Gabbard. He takes it, a little floater rattles in.
Okur thought he got tripped, complained to the ref.
Here comes Marcus Robinson, coast to coast, and he's fouled as his right-handed layup goes off the backboard. He'll shoot 2 free throws. C.G. FInney in their green away jerseys with yellow trim. They kind of got a gradient from green to yellow at the top and the bottom, yellow lettering. And Gananda in their home whites as Marcus Robinson, the 8th grader, makes his first free throw. It's 2-1 early. Gananda in their home whites, blue stripe down the side, light blue, almost mid-lakes blue lettering with black or royal dark blue trim. Marcus Robinson makes both free throws, and it is Cole Wright picking up his dribble, getting into McClare, swings it across court to Gabbard. Just a sophomore, second year on varsity for Gabbard, kicks it out top to Cole Wright. Wright picks up his dribble, swings it to Gabbard, now into the corner for Castrochini, who tries a 3-ball swish.
Good patience by Gananda there. You're going to have corner threes. You're going to have that look all the time. They're really harassing Okur.
Okur drives, leaks the court, kicks it over to the corner to Josh Taylor, who throws it out of bounds, but it was deflected by a Blue Panther from Gananda. It will be Caleb Anger now inbounding in front of the crowd on the far side, opposite our vantage point.
Gananda in half-court man.
And Marcus Robinson controls, gets it to the corner to Xavier Smith, back to Robinson. Robinson now works his way into the paint, pulls up from about 10 feet, misses, but then follows his own putback with a tap in, and it's 5-4 Gananda.
Impressive play by Robinson. Hard to believe an 8th grader on that play. I mean, if you've never seen him play live, he looks like he's a junior minimum.
Yeah, college.
And he took a pull-up jumper there, and
yeah, it looks like we're going to see a lot of Robinson tonight. Now Gananda works it around the outside. It's Andrew Gabbard playing catch with Cole Wright. And now a baseline drive from Castrochini. Tried to leave it off from McClare. He wasn't open. Ball tapped loose out to C.G. FInney. And Robinson gets it out top. They swing it reverse style to Josh Taylor. Couple dribbles. Gabbard almost stole it from him, but he did get it back. They throw it out top now to Caleb Anger, who finds Okur at the free throw line and misses a jump shot. Offensive rebound, though, Xavier Smith. Now Marcus Robinson for 3. No good. Rebound off the hands of Cole Wright and out of bounds.
I thought when Josh Taylor had the ball for FInney, I thought I heard Coach Thompson yell attack. Like they're basically hedging off a couple guys and going after a couple and trying to get a steal.
So now it's FInney basketball. It's Okur driving through the middle of the lane, hanging in the air, and finger roll with the left hand over the front rim. Impressive shot by Keegan Okur, and that's the first lead of the game for FInney. They lead 6-5, and Coach Thompson right in front of our broadcast table urging his guys to box out.
And they've got to do that all year. I mean, really, McClare, their only guy that's over 6 feet tall. And just a couple little, I don't think they were in bad position there. Just a couple bad breaks, and sometimes that happens in the game. But if you've watched FInney before, they'll run a ton of isolation. Very much like a Jim Boeheim style offense. He's going to get it to Okur. He's going to get it to Robinson. They put 3 people on the other side, usually shooters, and they let them go one-on-one like they did just there. And tough to stop. Nice.
Yeah, the 2 field goals that they've had so far this game have both been in that isolation one-on-one type of situation. Now here comes Gananda. Great, Jaden Castrochini takes it right to the rim and misses. Actually, excuse me, that was Andrew Gabbard missing. Castrochini with the rebound and putback. Gananda back on top 7-6. Here comes Robinson now into the paint. Tried to kick it out for Smith, and now Kerr finds it for 3 and misses. Rebounded by Castrochini. Outlet up ahead to Gabbard. Hangs in the air and he's fouled. Can't get it to go over the right side of the rim.
More importantly, the second foul on O'Kerr, which is a huge factor for FInney.
And it looks like they're going to stick with O'Kerr.
You got 4:50 left in the first quarter.
As Gabbard knocks down the first free throw. And checking into the game, the sophomore Jerry Brongo. Going to give Cole Wright a rest. So for Gananda, it'll be Gabbard, Castrochini, Zach Deere, McClare, and Brongo. As Gabbard, second free throw, hangs on the front of the rim and falls in. And the Gananda lead now is 3, 9-6, Blue Panthers. Here comes Marcus Robinson right to the hole. Little floater, good. Pretty much unstoppable unless you want to throw 2-3 guys at him. Here comes Gabbard the other way, slicing between Gananda defenders. They leave it off for Zach Deere, who tries a 3. Mark it down.
Instant offense.
And then quickly the other way comes C.G. FInney, and Xavier Smith misses a left-handed layup, but he's fouled in the process. Looks like it's going to be the first on Jaden Castrochini. I know they got Gabbard.
And I'm real surprised O'Kerr is still in the game, just based on the fact that we're not even 4 minutes in and he's got 2. But he's trusting his guy. He's been in a lot of battles before. Yep. He's a senior, and they play a 1-3-1 here, so hopefully he can hang out of it if you're a FInney fan.
4-year senior. As Smith missed the first free throw, second free throw is good. 12-8, 4:25 to go. Blue Panthers lead. Both teams vying for the second slot in that C1 championship game at the Blue Cross Arena at 9 o'clock on Friday night. The Wildcats punch their ticket. And the cross-court pass picked off by O'Kerr leads to a breakaway layup, and 12-11. O'Kerr just sat back and
very quick. He reads eyes well.
So Gabbard with the basketball kicks it over to Zach Deere. Inside now to Jerry Brongo. Tries a little right-handed floater in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Xavier Smith and out to Robinson. Here comes Marcus Robinson. Looks like he's getting ready to go to the rim. Instead, he kicks it out for 3, but it's an air ball by Caleb Anger. Another offensive rebound, and good job by Jaden Castrochini breaking up an entry pass from O'Kerr.
Yeah, Smith's got a couple of those offensive rebounds, give second chances for O'Kerr and Robinson. I mean, they're going to take the majority of the shots.
And inbound pass goes back to O'Kerr's hand after inbounding it. He misses a free throw, but Marcus Robinson just flies in, hangs in the air, and puts it back in with the right hand.
What a play by Robinson, who's got 8 in the first quarter.
Zach Deere kicks it over to Gabbard, gets it back. Another 3 from Deere. That's an air ball saved by Castrochini, but out of bounds. It'll be back to C.G. FInney. FInney leads now 13-12. That putback by Robinson gave the Falcons their first lead of the game. So here comes O'Kerr with those 2 fouls with 3:09 to go across the midcourt. Tried to sling it down low to Josh Taylor. Had it knocked away, got it back. Now Taylor has it. Leaves it for Robinson. Robinson into the corner for Xavier Smith. Baseline drive out to Caleb Anger on the arc. Tries a left-handed 3. Knocks it down, but it's actually just a long 2. Actually, they got...
yeah, they put it on the wrong side. They'll fix it.
Yeah, so it should be a 3-point lead for C.G. FInney. As Gananda gets to work again on the far side of the court in front of their students on the bleachers along the baseline. Castrochini drives into the lane and gives it up. And now up ahead, O'Kerr almost went for another run up, but it was a bad pass. Now Gabbard the other way, double clutch, misses, and rebounded by C.G. FInney out to Xavier Smith, up to O'Kerr. Here comes O'Kerr, slings it over to Josh Taylor, who lays it in. It was a 2-on-1 situation, 17-12, FInney leads. 2:04 to go here, first period. Out top to Gabbard. Across to Castrochini. He plays catch. Back to Gabbard. Tries a three from the top of the key. Back iron, no good. Long rebound out to Robinson. Here goes Robinson. Oh, good job getting back by Gananda. But they leave Caleb Anger open on the arc at the top of the key. And Anger knocks it down. This time, it is a three-pointer. And Coach Thompson has seen enough. Timeout, Blue Panthers. They trail 20-12 with 1:41 to go. First period.
That's an explosive team right there. And, Gananda got off to the good start. But every time they've missed, FInney's been able to push the pace. And they're getting open shots in transition. And, their secondary players, Anger with the nice three there. And just, I don't know. Robinson, I don't know that I've seen a kid like that in 8th grade, to be honest with you, in a long time.
It is impressive. You wouldn't even think for a second he was an 8th grader if you took a look at him and didn't know. Got an update for you here from the Class C2. Other half of the C2 semifinal. Lions won 91-61 to advance to the final. Red Jacket is up 23-8 after 1 on Alexander. So
that's
talking about
surprise.
that Finger Lakes West.
That's a bit of a surprise.
Liberty and company for Red Jacket got a big lead, looking to get to that final against Wayne. And a three-pointer on the way from Cole Wright is no good. Rebounded by FInney with 1:23 to go. Falcons up 8. Marcus Robinson now to Okura, left open on the wing for 3. Misses. Rebounded by Gabbard. Gabbard pushes it up ahead to Jaden Castrochini. Castrochini goes straight to the hole, runs into Marcus Robinson. That's going to be Josh Taylor.
Coach Thompson wasn't happy. They didn't pick up Okura in transition. Got a really good look. Luckily, didn't knock it down.
So first foul on Josh Taylor. Underneath their own basket, it is Gananda inbounding. And into the corner, it's Castrochini driving baseline. Tried to shuffle it to McClure, but it's another turnout leading to another fast break. Keegan Okura ahead of the pack, misses with the left hand. Good job, McClure running the court, grabbing the rebound, gets it to Cole Wright. Here comes Gananda the other way. It's Jerry Brongo back to Cole Wright, and now it's Gabbard driving right side, hanging, double clutch, gets it to go over the front of the rim.
Nice move by Gabbard.
They don't get back, though, as Xavier Smith leaks out and gets a wide open layup, and just like that, they get the 2 points back. 22-14, Gananda trails, 36 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You can't celebrate a bucket if you're Gananda. You got to sprint back to the paint versus FInney team.
Boy, what work by Jaden Castrochini, working through traffic and finishing with the right hand. He has 7 points now, and the shot clock's off with C.G. FInney leading by 6. Game clock at 13 seconds here in the first period. Okura drives by Gabbard. Gabbard reaches from behind now. Okura pulls up, misses. Big rebound by Cole Wright. 5 seconds left. Here comes Castrochini. Up ahead to Gabbard. Hanks finishes as the quarter expires. And a little push from the Panthers. And after 1 period of play, Gananda trails C.G. FInney 22-18. When we come back, second quarter action straight ahead right here on FingerLakes1.com. Stay with us.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back. Second quarter action just underway. We had a turnover there by Zach Deere, who traveled with the basketball for Gananda. And once again, ahead of the pack, it's Keegan Okura. with a run-out layup. Gananda getting beat on the deep ball. Here it's 24-18 Falcons. Now Deere tries a corner three. Back iron no good. Up for the rebound. It's Sebastian Hergert. Kicks it out now to Gabbard, who leaves it for Jerry Brongo, who misses about a 10-foot jump shot from the wing. And cracked down by Gabbard. Bounce pass inside. Up strong is Hergert, missing, and now it's rebounded by FInney.
Josh Taylor pretty active on the back of that 1-3-1 for FInney. He's getting his hands in a lot of shooters' faces.
Now Kerr kicks it to the corner to Robinson. Robinson bounce pass to Taylor. Taylor holds it on the block, kicks it back out to O'Kerr. O'Kerr thought about a three, tried to drive by Gabbard. Gabbard reached in and fouled him. So that will be the second foul on Andrew Gabbard. Again, Keegan O'Kerr playing with 2 fouls. And it looks like Gabbard's going to take a seat as Castrocini checks back into the ballgame. So it's Castrocini, Deere, Cole Wright, Sebastian Hergert, and Zach Deere into the ballgame now for Thompson's Blue Panthers. They trail by 6, 6:55 to go second period. Jim Sinicropi alongside Zac Young for Finger Lakes 1 as Marcus Robinson, the 8th grader, drives the right side, misses. But Josh Taylor rebounds up over Cole Wright, and now O'Kerr drives, leaves it for Taylor, and Taylor puts it in.
I'm pretty sure Coach Thompson went into a triangle and 2 there. Have to see on the next possession.
8-point lead now for the Falcons as Castrocini takes it right to the hole, misses at the rim. Rimmed out on the right side, rebounded by C.G. FInney, and now O'Kerr drives and hangs.
There it is.
Offensive foul. That's foul number 3 on the senior point guard for C.G. FInney. And Coach Marchand rolled the dice with O'Kerr, and
still not taking him out.
O'Kerr staying in with 3 fouls.
This is crazy. Never seen that.
Well, here we go. 6:18 to go. The senior point guard remains into the ballgame with those 3 fouls as Gananda works it around the outside. Zach Deere drives, lets a floater go, and rails it home. 5 points for Deere. They lead down to 6. And here comes O'Kerr. He's going to have to be careful. He's got the basketball, picks it up and slings it over to Caleb Anger. Now up top to the 8th grader Marcus Robinson. Robinson looks to drive from the top of the key, pulls up from just inside the arc, misses. Rebound pulled down by Hergert and outletted to Cole Wright. Up ahead to Castrocini, who attacks the basket and finishes on the right side.
Nice attack by Castrocini.
Lead down to 4. Here comes O'Kerr quickly the other way. Stops at the free throw line, kicks it to the corner. 3 ball on the way from Xavier Smith. No good. Off the hands of Hergert and out of bounds. It'll be with C.G. FInney. And Gananda really struggling on the defensive boards.
Well, they're an undersized team. They've had to deal with it all year. Coach is playing a lot of people here.
And so they inbound. It goes up top to Robinson. And now Anger bounce pass. Nice backdoor slip by Xavier Smith. He finishes with the layup, and now it's a 6-point C.G. FInney lead with 5:16 to go in the half.
Yeah, the slip was nice, but the pass was nicer. It was beautiful.
Deere left open for 3, misses. Now rebound comes out to FInney. Here comes Marcus Robinson the other way, hangs in the air, misses, but he's fouled. Looks like they're going to get Castrocini. And that would be the first on Jaden Castrocini.
Looks like Robinson rolled his ankle a little bit. He's grabbing his ankle or calf or something.
He is shooting free throws now. First shot up and in. So it doesn't look like that ankle's bothering him too, but although he is still careful about putting weight on it. I thought maybe that first free throw might come up short if it was really bothering him, but you can tell by the look on his face and the way he's stepping up. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, he's limping on the way back.
So
trying to walk it off.
O'Kerr with those 3 fouls, and now Robinson with the ankle injury. Gananda gets to work down 7. Deere, top of the key, 3 ball, buttons! Second 3 of the night for Zach Deere. He has 8, lead down to 4. Caleb Anger, pump fake from the 3-point line. Now gets it to the corner to O'Kerr. O'Kerr guarded closely by Castrocini, and O'Kerr traveled in the corner directly in front of us. And now he is
a little puzzled on why he traveled, and I'm going to kind of agree with him.
Yeah, it was right in front of us. Last thing I thought that was going to get whistled was a travel. I was actually surprised to hear any whistle. But it's Gananda basketball, 4-point deficit for the Blue Panthers, 4:33 to go, second quarter. Castrocini whips it into the corner. It's Gabbard for three, no. Rebounded by Okur.
Even though Okur's still in, he can't attack and charge the basket like he normally does. He's going to have to shoot these pull-ups.
And he's short on the pull-up from the free throw line, and it's outlet to Castrocini, but thrown out of bounds. And I think Coach Thompson's a little bit frustrated at some of the careless errors, but when you're playing a team like FInney, they're getting you up and down so fast, that's what happens. And Anger inbounds to Okur, now guarded in the backcourt by Andrew Gabbard. Again, Gabbard just a sophomore, but he certainly plays like an upperclassman. Long court pass to Anger, now gets to Smith, and now into the hands of Steve Folkerts into the ball game, and Okur drives baseline and can't get it to go. Folkerts now falls into Sebastian Herger, and here comes Gananda the other way, and Brongo hangs in the air, and he's fouled. And this Brongo kid is a bit of an acrobat, Zach. I don't know if you've seen Jerry Brongo play yet.
No, not too much.
He's going to be one of my favorites over the next few years here.
That's a nice take. Not afraid of the contact.
No. And again, another sophomore. This is his first year on varsity. It's Andrew Gabbard, second year on varsity. Brongo stands at 5'8", Gabbard at 5'9". Now Brongo's on the free throw line and misses the front end of the two-shot. And getting ready for the second as Marcus Robinson had checked out momentarily. He is back in now. Josh Taylor takes a seat. Still kind of holding that lower right leg as Brongo makes the second free throw, and it's a three-point game. FInney inbounds. Okur dribbles up the left-hand side, stops and leaves, and what a pretty pass to Steve Folkerts, who finishes. Quickly the other way comes Andrew Gabbard. Picks up his dribble, gets it out to Castrocini, who drives with the left hand, hangs and can't finish. And boy, that was right in the hands of Sebastian Hergert, but he couldn't catch it. And all he had to do was grab it. And now Robinson leaves for Anger, who hits another three, and Caleb Anger with a pair of threes. Both of them have been wide open. And the lead balloons back up to 8 with 3:09 to go in the half.
Nice kick out by Robinson. He didn't force the layup there. And FInney's very unselfish with the ball.
And now a corner three missed by Cole Wright and rebounded by FInney. Gananda having trouble getting these outside shots to go, and now Folkerts in the corner leaves for Robinson, 8th grader, gives it back to him, and he traveled. Now they got a jump ball.
Oof. Might have been a jump before the travel, I guess.
I thought a jump ball was supposed to be like a 2 or 3 second, where two people are holding it, but that.
Yeah, I thought he shuffled his feet.
So Tim McClare checks back into the ball game along with, he'll be in there with Gabbard, Brongo, Castrocini, and Deere. And now, Okur.
Gabbard checks back in and gets his
third foul immediately.
And
so Thompson has him check out here, and Zachary Siprich, 5'6" senior, checks in, and that's a big loss. Gabbard is essentially the floor general, point guard for Thompson.
See how long Coach will go with him on the bench.
Okur dumps it into the paint to Xavier Smith, who misses after a nice little move, rebounded by Robinson. Robinson kicks it out to Josh Taylor, and now up top to Okur, who will hold it. Fresh shot clock, 27 seconds to shoot. Okur now kicks it to the corner, and now out to Robinson. Robinson dribbles right side, leaves it for, really impressed by Caleb Anger as he drove and finished with the left hand in the paint. He now has 10 points.
Yeah, not a lot of shot attempts either. He's having a nice game.
And now Siprich picks up his dribble, top of the key, nowhere to go. He does find Castrocini, who lets a 3-ball go. That's no good. Anger up for the rebound, and outlets to Okur. And Okur with his head up all the time. A lot of options. He gives it to Taylor. Floater in the lane, no good. McClare taps it to Castrocini, 1:45 to go, 36-26. Make that 36-28 as Castrocini drives the lane with the right hand and finishes with the kiss. And now here comes Robinson the other way, slapped away by Castrochini. And out of bounds, it'll stay with C.G. FInney with 1:32 to go.
I love Castrochini. Just seems so much more focused and poised than maybe he did as a young player. Really matured, which typically does happen in high school. He's really playing hard, leading by example, trying his best to stay with Robinson.
And a wide open 3-ball from Xavier Smith is off the mark, rebounded by Castrochini with 1:19 to go in the half. They trail by 8. Siprich in for Gabbard with those 3 fouls, dribbles with the right hand, kicks it to the corner to Zach Deere, who swings it. Dangerous pass to Castrochini. He collects it with 19 to shoot, 1:05 to go in the half. Deere to the corner to Siprich. He eyed a 3, instead he drives baseline, shovels it down low to Jerry Brongo, who converts at the rim, and the lead down to 6. 53 seconds left to go, first half. And it's up ahead to Xavier Smith. I think they're letting Smith shoot that 3 if he wants it. Up top to Marcus Robinson. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds on the game clock. Handed off to Okur. Okur now top of the key, slings it to Anger. And now Robinson finds Okur back top of the key. Okur step back jumper from about 18 feet, no good. Long rebound, snagged by Okur. Now he pulls up from 3 at the top of the key and gets it to go. That's a 3-pointer.
He's been short on his jumper all night. He got that one to drop, though. Little friendly roll.
9-point lead, C.G. FInney. More points off of offensive rebounds and second chances for the Falcons. And now with 10 seconds to go, Castrochini sets up at the top of the key. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. He's way deep. Now he pulls up from a wing for 3 and can't hit. And McClare taps it in, but that's after the half. And after 2 periods of play here, in the second half of our doubleheader, your halftime score is C.G. FInney 39, Gananda 30. Our own Kevin Sharp going to join us for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. We'll run through all the action, so keep it right here.
Check out Generations Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts with MyGen Perks. Visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Little John Orthodontics are proud to support our area high school athletes. Visit them online at littlejohnortho.com.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Marshall Exteriors. Are you looking for a contractor to give you a new roof, siding, windows, or other exterior home project? Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com, but don't forget they finish basements too. While you're talking with them, ask about their new Everlast Garage. This thing is amazing. It's a wonderful run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com or visit bvdsports.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. The Omen Theater in Lyons, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, is also the oldest theater in the U.S. See what's playing at omentheater.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls. Locally owned for 42 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Wednesday night is wing night with 60-cent wings in 10 different varieties. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press and Mail House has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardazola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. The Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Your major league connection with 7 players drafted last season. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Giant deli sandwiches, subs, daily lunch specials, and homemade soups, chili, and mac and cheese that will warm up even the coldest winter day. Also, try their famous paninis or star sandwiches. Check them out online at sfdowntowndeli.com.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside the Bomber Barn. Your halftime score of Game 2 of the C1 semifinal is C.G. FInney 39, Gananda 30. And we had a great first half of the doubleheader with Marcus Whitman getting back to the Blue Cross Arena for the first time since Coach Greg O'Connor was a coach in 2001, looking for their first sectional title since 1976. And I'm Jim Sinicropi with Zac Young. It's time for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report, and we have our own Kevin Sharp in the booth with us. And you were at one of the C3 semis?
Yeah, I was assigned to go to watch York and Lindenville play. York won pretty handily by 17. Pretty good team. They got some nice players. They play very disciplined, very well coached.
So, before the first half of our doubleheader here, Zach and I were talking about how this is like the best. Like, the finals are great. I mean, that's something different in the Blue Cross especially. But the best, to me, couple days of the high school basketball season are these doubleheader semifinals and throughout all the classes.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I mean, it was packed. Batavia High School was packed with York and Lindenville, and that was only one game. It was loud the whole way. The atmosphere was fantastic. And I happened to listen to you guys on the way here after that game, and you could barely hear you guys. It was so loud in here.
Yeah, it was loud. It was a lot of fun. So let's talk about the fact that Marcus Whitman is now advanced to the 9 o'clock Friday night final in C1, right? And the winner of this will join them there. Lucky if that game starts at 9 o'clock at the Blue Cross.
Yeah, right.
Now, the B1 final, which tomorrow night it'll be Newark and Geneva playing in the opposite ends of the semis trying to get there, is at 9 a.m.
It's 9 a.m.
Man, that's tough.
That's a bad draw.
It is. It really is. Somebody's got to play there, they say, but, it's out of our control, so.
A
couple of years before they'd had the Blue Cross on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
So you haven't had to do that. But,
right.
It just all depends on when it's available.
It's expensive as well to rent that for a full extra day, right?
Yes.
Well, I know one thing, that it's such a big treat to play there that it really doesn't matter what time. Just the experience of playing there. York was so jacked that they could play at the War Memorial over having to go to Alfred University. They really like the fact they're getting to play there. So it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I agree with that, too, that the Class D schools shouldn't be, denied that opportunity. Matter of fact, as soon as the game ended, went to see if John Donovan would join us for the post-game show. And he was, so excited because he just finally realized that he was going to play in the Blue Cross on Friday night. So some programs, it's a regular thing. But for some guys, it's like once in a
I can remember
quarter century.
One time, I think it was the first time we went, we were the 1 seed, and York brought, it was like the first time that Eddie had got them there.
Yeah.
And he brought there was like 100 people from York at the number 1 seed banquet. So, they bring, and I played Eddie in the finals once, and I remember looking up that one side of the Blue Cross was like completely purple.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool final matchup. Him and Danny Dickens at Cal Mum are like really good friends.
That's what
And they they go on vacation together, and now they're gonna play in the finals.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Got a little bit of a shocker for you here. That's not a shocker, but C2, the other half of the semifinal, the team that's going to go on to play Lions, Red Jacket up 10 right now in the third. So, and Justice Smith becoming the school's all-time leading scorer, overcoming Dean Schatzmark, his coach. So, big night in C2. What am I looking at here? So, if you're Whitman right now, we know Whitman's going to the next round. Who would you rather play if you're Marcus Whitman?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, some of the plays that the kids made for FInney were unbelievable. That tip in that the 8th grader had was just, wow. And you've got to have a lot of trust in your player to pick up his 3rd foul in the first half, and with 6:21 left in the half, and play the rest of the way without getting. So they're very, you got youth and you got that senior leadership on FInney's side. But I just love the way Gananda plays. I mean, they play hard all the stinking time. They're smart. They're well coached. So I think it's a pick your poison. I don't know if I'd want to play either one of these teams.
Yeah, I guess Coach O'Connor's just happy to be there right now.
They'll be prepared. I got a lot of respect for Coach O'Connor and his program.
Yeah, he'll go home tonight. I'm sure he'll start looking at stuff as soon as he gets home.
Absolutely.
So we're getting ready for the second half. Sharpie, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the second half. We'll talk to you after the game. And we'll see who else punches their ticket to the Blue Cross Arena here before the night is out. And players now back on the court. So remember, Andrew Gabbard picked up his 3rd foul at the end of the second quarter. So he's on the court now with those 3 fouls, along with Tim McClare, Cole Wright, Jaden Castoracini, and Zach Deere.
Kind of crazy thing is there wasn't a lot of fouls in the first half, but Gabbard and O'Kerr both with 3.
Yeah, that's right. There's only 14 fouls on C.G. FInney, and O'Kerr had 3. There's only 14 fouls on Gananda, and it was Gabbard with 3. And they quickly, Gananda with the basketball, dump it inside to Castoracini. It's out of bounds on the baseline. Gananda now moving towards us. C.G. FInney moving away from us towards the end with the bleachers behind the basket. They say this is the easier end to shoot. Castoracini's going to check that theory. He misses, but McClare puts it back in with the right hand and the offensive rebound, and it's a 7-point lead for C.G. FInney.
I think Gananda's going to need some more out of McClare in this half. If he can get some of those.
Smith muscles inside, and boy, it looks like Cole Wright caught one right in the nose. And insult to injury, he's called for the foul. So it'll be a shooting foul. Xavier Smith will head to the free throw line.
Looks like he's holding his cheek or his eye. I can't quite tell.
And Smith gets the basketball.
And it looks like he might have a loose tooth.
Left-handed free throw is good. Run through the first half scoring for C.G. FInney. It was Marcus Robinson and Keegan O'Kerr with 9 apiece. Caleb Anger led the team with 10. Xavier Smith with 5. He just picked up a 6 there, trying to make it 7 with this free throw, and he doesn't. As the rebound comes down to Zach Deere, Josh Taylor with 4, and Steve Folkerts with 2. Here comes Gananda. They trail now by 8. As Jerry Brongo back into the game for Cole Wright. And Brongo gets the ball, swings it to Castoracini, who throws it way up top to Gabbard. Alley-oop to Castoracini, hangs in the air and finishes. Beautiful communication between the two leaders of this team, and a great pass by Gabbard, great finish by Castoracini, who forces a turnover possibly. Yes, Brongo has it. Here comes Brongo. They got numbers. Dumps it down to Gabbard. Hangs, blocked though by Robinson, out of bounds.
That was a nice pass by Brongo.
Pretty alley-oop up there previously.
Yeah, I think that was a little set play by Coach Thompson.
and they inbound and throw it away. And now Curlo is going to scoop it up and score it.
Wow.
So Kerr just outran Zach Deere for that backcourt ball, kept it alive, and then scored. And now Gabbard hangs, clutch finish on the reverse. Pretty layup by Andrew Gabbard. He has 10 now.
Great finish by Gabbard and O'Kerr, just with blazing speed to get that last layup.
6-point game. And now Robinson has it in front of his own bench, dribbles back to the top of the key. He is guarded by Jaden Castoracini, working off a pick from Anger. Xavier Smith in the baseline now drives. Looks like a travel, no call. Now back out to Robinson for three. He misses, and McClare grabs the rebound. So Gananda ball, they are trailing by 6 with 6:10 to go here in the third.
I don't want to jinx Gananda or anything, but I don't think Robinson scored since that little injury.
Other than the free throw he made. And now bounce pass to Gabbard, out to Brongo for three. No, it's off the back iron, but pulled down by Deere. Quickly back to Brongo. Brongo swings it way to the corner to Gabbard. Touch pass to Deere. Back out to Castoracini. One dribble, pull up. 17-foot jump shot is good. And Jaden Castoracini has 15 points. His teammate Andrew Gabbard with 10. Zach Deere with 8. And a miss by C.G. FInney, but the putback by Marcus Robinson and a timeout.
I shouldn't have said it. As soon as I said it, he gets the offensive rebound.
But the lead just at 6. Gananda comes out looking good. Timeout coach Marshawn, give me a chance to tell you that this special presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes postseason high school basketball is brought to you by Marquee Exhibits, your nationwide custom rental trade show booth solution provider. Marquee Exhibits handles all of your trade show and special event needs, including booth design, custom build, custom rental, graphic design, setup, tear down, shipping, and logistics with offices in Las Vegas, Chicago, D.C., and New York. Marquee Exhibits is everywhere you need to be to coordinate your next trade show or special event. Visit www.marqueeexhibits.com or call Joe Helgato today at 585-370-6649 for a no-cost, no-obligation trade show review today, and leave your mark. And a couple teams here trying to leave their mark here in the third quarter of the second half of the C1 Section 5 semifinal doubleheader, trying to get to the Blue Cross where the Marcus Whitman Wildcats await. Out to Jerry Brongo. Three-pointer rolls in and out and pulled down by Anger and outletted to O'Kerr, who goes straight to the basket, weaves through traffic, and finishes on the reverse side.
Great body control by O'Kerr there, not to pick up the charge.
And O'Kerr now with 13, and boy, point blank layup from the left side missed by Brongo, and now Marcus Robinson, the 8th grader, comes the other way, and a nice find, Robinson to O'Kerr, and that's 4 straight points for Keegan O'Kerr, and the lead back to 10 just like that. But Gananda does not look flustered as they work it around the outside, and Castoracini lets a 3-ball go, no good. Rebounded by Brongo on the offensive end, kicks it way out top to Gabbard. Gabbard drives to the lane, pulls back, swings it. Another 3 now from Castoracini. This one's in and out, rebounded by Zach Deere. Out to Gabbard, top of the key, 3 off the mark.
3 good looks, and they're getting the second chances here.
Oh, wow. Marcus Robinson was going right at Gabbard. Gabbard just stood his ground, hoping to draw the foul, but Robinson with great body control to kind of Euro step around him and lay it in. So, biggest lead of the ball game now, 12 points for C.G. FInney. As Tim McClare checks out, along with Andrew Gabbard. And
a little bit of danger time here for Gananda. You know, really could use a bucket. Kind of get some momentum going back on their time. They're getting more offensive rebounds this half, but they're just not able to put anything in here.
Cole Wright, Deere, Hergert, Castoracini, and Brongo on the floor for the Blue Panthers, and Castoracini pops it into Brongo in the lane. His shot's blocked, but recollected by Gananda. And now Cole Wright throws it away into the hands of Robinson. Outlet to O'Kerr. O'Kerr by everybody. Brongo trailing, but O'Kerr lays it in with the left hand. And Keegan O'Kerr with 8 points in the third quarter. 17 on the game.
And I think at least 3 of those baskets are just on runouts.
And it's a 14-point lead for the Falcons. To C.G. FInney now. Jaden Castoracini crosses over and loses it into the hands of Josh Taylor. And C.G. FInney takes back over with 3:24 to go. 52-38, the Falcons lead. O'Kerr working off a pick. Kicks it to the corner. Anger for 3. No. And rebound goes to Castoracini. He looks to push up ahead. Oh, could have been a carry, no call. Now he throws it to Zach Deere. Corner three is an air ball. And Josh Taylor and Sebastian Hergert tie up for the jump ball. And now Steve Folkerts, the 6'3" senior, checks back in as Taylor takes a seat for Coach Marchand. And Anger inbounds to Okor. His team up 14. 3 minutes to go, third period. Okor dribbles with the right hand now to Anger. Thought about a three, now swings to the corner. Wide open is the 8th grader Robinson for three. He misses but gets his own rebound on the rim out. Another offensive rebound off the Robinson miss, and now out top for Okor for three, in and out, but Robinson's there again with the offensive rebound. Finally, Jerry Bronco pulls it down. So C.G. FInney comes up empty on 4 attempts, and now Castoracini on the far side with the basketball kicks it up top to Cole Wright. Play a catch with Castoracini, guarded by Robinson, and now they reverse it to Cole Wright in the corner right in front of our broadcast table. Way across top to Zach Deere, who lets a three go. That's not close. And Okor pulls it down and throws it up ahead to Robinson. Robinson goes straight to the basket, and he is fouled. It looks like Cole Wright got him, although Cole Wright doesn't look like he's talking with referee Todd Clausen right in front of the Gananda student section.
The impressive thing about Robinson to me is his body control for an 8th grader. I mean, a lot of 8th graders would just take that and charge down. I don't know if there's a technical called.
Geez, it looks like it, because Robinson now alone at the free throw line. And yeah, Cole Wright definitely called for a technical. That's his 2nd and 3rd fouls. He's called for the personal, then picked up a technical. And
not which you just can't have that in this type of game. A little bit of a quick trigger possibly. Didn't see Coach Thompson's trying to get an explanation now.
Coach referee Todd Clausen has given out a few in his day.
Yeah, he gave me one a couple times.
Yeah. As Robinson misses the first free throw. And boy, those Gananda fans going crazy behind the bench.
Cole Wright is still pleading his case, and he should just go away. You know, he's trying to hug it out with them a little bit, but just plays over. Go to the next play.
And now Todd Clausen talking to one of the three-man crew along the baseline right now. It's 53-38, biggest lead of the game now for C.G. FInney. 2:12 to go, third period. Gananda going to have to put on a run here. And after that technical, it's still C.G. FInney ball. Okor on the baseline. Throws it way up top to Robinson, who goes and snags it but can't get the shot off. Instead, he kicks it out to a wide open Okor. Misses the three. Rebounded by Sebastian Hergert and handed it off to Castoracini. And Castoracini, man, he plays a lot of minutes for Jeff Thompson's Blue Panthers. He has the basketball now between the legs, gets into the paint. His pass blocked away by Xavier Smith and into the hands of Robinson. Now quickly the other way comes C.G. FInney, and they turned it over. Okor lost it into the hands of Jerry Bronco.
Okor with his 4th.
Okor just picked up his 4th foul.
Whoa! Cole Wright just clapped right in his face.
And Coach Thompson has seen enough of Cole Wright.
He's taking him out. And Okor has been chatting the whole night too.
Yeah. So Andrew Gabbard checks back in. Gabbard's been out for a while.
And Okor can't get a technical here. If he gets a technical,
right,
it's his 5th. So he's really got to keep his head here.
And once again, 1:40 left. Okor stays in the game with 4 fouls.
That's a game changer. You know, it was a loose ball. He was going for it. And yeah, he's going to play it out.
Well, that's why you pull guys sometimes when they get early foul, because you can play safe and still just unfortunately pick up a foul. So anyways, Gananda gets to work. Gabbard into the lane, kicks it out to Deere. Thought about a three, couple dribbles to the basket, up and under, and out of control over the top of the backboard. And I mentioned Coach Thompson being calm, cool, and collected. He looks to be a little frustrated with his guys right here.
Yeah, they've been in a bit of a scoring drought.
53-38, 1:23 to go, third period. Here comes FInney.
If they can somehow get Okor out of the game, it's going to change this complexion. whether it's a charge or just a loose ball where the kid plays really hard, so he might get an unfortunate one. It's risk-reward. It's risk-reward. Obviously, Finney's got a 15-point lead. They probably wouldn't have that with him out.
Now Kerr has it in the corner, 22 to shoot. He drives the lane, pulls up, and throws it away. And again, that's a situation where perhaps O'Kerr continues his drive.
But he definitely just can't be as aggressive. Yeah, he can't be as aggressive.
1:08 to go, third period, 53-38 your score. 15-point deficit is the biggest of the game for Gananda.
They need a bucket.
And Bronco gives a little give and go, and Bronco can't finish, and he fights for the rebound, pulls it away, but they're going to call a jump ball. Boy, that was a nice little give and go between Bronco and Hergert, and the Bronco couldn't convert. Gananda keeps the basketball off the jump ball. And again, a bunch of Marcus Whitman Wildcats players, fans, coaches still here watching this one, seeing who they'll meet on Friday night. Right now it's looking like C.G. Finney with 53.3 seconds left to go.
That's the best thing about playing the first game.
Yeah.
You leave if you get beat.
Yep.
If you win, you can relax and enjoy it a little bit.
Another miss by Gananda. It was Zach Deere this time, missing the foul line jumper, so 41 seconds left. C.G. Finney takes back over. Anger, wow, he really crossed up Deere, and then he buries a three. Wow,
that's a pretty good move right there, and I don't want to call it a dagger, but
18-point deficit now. 26 seconds left to go, third period. Gananda can hold by one, but they're going to need a lot more than just one to get back into this game. And Gabbard kicks it to Deere in the corner. Deere back to Gabbard. And Gabbard between the legs with 10 seconds on the clock, gets it to Castoracini. Castoracini drives. Castoracini between the legs. Fadeaway blocked by Folkerts. And here comes, the long pass picked off by Gabbard. Pulls up for the top of the key for three. Off the backboard and no good. And at the end of 3 periods of play here in Bloomfield, we got 8 minutes of basketball left here in our doubleheader. It's C.G. Finney 56, Gananda 38. Let's see if the Blue Panthers ever run in them coming up next on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rob Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Welcome back to Bloomfield High School. Jim Sinicropi sitting alongside Zac Young here on the baseline at the end of the Gananda bench, and we have 8 minutes of basketball left here. Looking like C.G. Finney poised to join Marcus Whitman at 9 o'clock on Friday night at the Blue Cross Arena for the C1 final, unless Gananda has one final push. Anger up top to Robinson, the 8th grader, who rises and fires and misses, but another offensive rebound put back up and in by Xavier Smith. He now has 8 points, and the lead is 20, biggest of the ball game for Coach Marchand's Falcons.
And, I think if you ask Coach Johnson before the game, if they were only at 58 right now, he'd think he'd be right in it. But Gananda just with 38 points, one of their lowest outputs of the year.
Zach Deere misses an open corner three, and C.G. Finney takes back over, but turns it over. It's Castoracini with the steal. Gabbard, hangs in the air. He's short. Bronco flies in, grabs the rebound, kicks it outside to Deere, and now to the corner to Castoracini. McClare on the block wanted it and says, Bronco foul line jumper, good. So first bucket in a while for the Panthers, gets that lead down under 20 to 18, 6:55 to go. O'Kerr pulls up, top of the key, no good. And we have a foul on the rebound on C.G. Finney. So
just chip away here. Gananda is certainly capable of a spurt like Whitman was in the first game, or where they can hit a couple of shots. They're getting looks.
Yep.
Just got to knock a couple down.
And that Xavier Smith's first foul as Gananda gets back to earth. Zach Deere in the corner again, finds Gabbard. Gabbard holds, reverses to Castorcini, who lets a three go. That's no good. And a big rebound there by Marcus Robinson. Outletted to Taylor and into the hands of Okur. And now Okur attacks the basket, pulls up from the free throw line, misses. Rebounded by McClare, outlet to Gabbard. Here comes Gananda. Gabbard into the paint, and he lost it.
He tried to kind of draw the foul with the and one instead of just going right up for the layup.
And Okur wasn't having any of it. Now into the corner, three ball from Marcus Robinson. Or excuse me, that's Josh Taylor. Is that 2 or 3?
I think they gave him a 3.
Yeah, so it's 61-40. Gabbard to Deere in the corner. Deere back to Gabbard. And up to Castorcini. Castorcini potentially playing his last high school basketball game here. Senior leader, also an outstanding football player for the Panthers. Brongo rises and fires from 16, misses, and rebounded by Okur. 5:40 to go, 61-40, FInney. Okur brings it across the half-court line and finds Anger, who, geez, he's wide open, and he's already made 3 3-pointers, make it 4. I don't know who was supposed to be guarding Anger, but, man, he could check the wind. He could change his shoes before he shot that one.
Anger is not a player you've seen in double digits a lot, but he's a very good high school player. I mean, he's kind of like a stretch 4, He just shoots that 3 and plays physical down low.
Inside to McClare, he misses in the paint, and it's Anger with a rebound. Yeah, if you're watching this game, you're thinking Anger's right on par with Okur and Robinson. And now Xavier Smith with another offensive rebound puts it up and in. 66-40, 4:52 to go, and the outstanding 19-2 season for Gananda looking like it'll end at 19-3. Deere tries a 3-ball. That's way off the mark, man. Deere has missed 5 or 6 wide open threes. They hasn't even come close.
Yeah, he was hot early in the first half, but struggling in the second half here. And
yeah, he had 8 points all in the first half. 2 3-pointers, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Now Gabbard inbounds to Cole Wright. And now Castorcini drives, bounce pass to McClure. McClure denied by Smith. Castorcini with a rebound up strong. No foul called. Now Castorcini reaches in. No call, and it's C.G. FInney ball again, and you can just kind of tell that it's probably not happening tonight for the Blue Panthers. Robinson top of the key behind the back, guarded by Castorcini. He reaches from behind. Robinson finishes with the right hand. So 16 points for the 8th grader. He'll play in the Blue Cross Arena for the first time in his young career if this lead holds. And it's out to Castorcini, misses another 3. Brongo with a rebound, goes back up and in. Good job by Brongo, who now has 4 points here in this fourth quarter, 68-42. And the small contingent of C.G. FInney fans are pretty vocal. Gananda fans outnumbering FInney fans probably 3-1, but
yeah, easily.
Marcus Whitman fans outnumbering both of these fans,
Yeah, Marcus Whitman brought the town, man.
Yeah,
it was pretty impressive to see. Not kind of the game we were hoping for here. This was, I think, when I looked at the brackets, I thought, FInney and Gananda, it's going to be a great game. Both high-paced, and right now, it's kind of lopsided.
The size advantage, I think, is really, a lot of second shots for C.G. FInney, and really Okur, as good as Gabbard and Castorcini have been for this team, Okur and Robinson.
It's just a different level of speed. Okur has a different level of speed. Robinson is just a little higher athlete than some of those kids on some of the plays he's making. And, really, to me, one of the big things in the game is Caleb Anger. I mean, what a game that kid's had, knocking down threes. And
I see Coach Miller for Geneva Panther coach Brian Miller here checking out the ball game. Now, of course, there's no need to scout, different class. He's just a fan of high school basketball.
Yes, for sure. Big-time fan, Coach Miller.
And his assistant coach, Matt Destring, as well. So inbound now underneath their own basket is FInney. Robinson with the basketball. 3:48 to go, 68-42. Robinson straight to the hole, blocked by McClair, and he calls a foul on McClair. That looked clean, although we are at the other end. It'll be free throws coming for FInney. Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallexteriorsny.com. And you want a great meal while pinching a penny? Come to Penny's Place Restaurant in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Robinson misses the first free throw. And Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant is celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations in Waterloo, Geneva, and Del Lago Resort. Order online at Cicinos.com. Robinson misses both free throws. 68-42, 3:41 to go. Gabbard dribbles into traffic, loses it, and with 3:30 to go, Okur still in the ballgame, not picking up that fifth foul. He's done a great job since picking up 3 fouls very early in the ballgame.
And, you know, Coach Marchland is unorthodox as it was to leave him out. It's definitely paid, or to leave him in, it's paid dividends. And he's kind of an unorthodox coach, you know, if you followed him a little bit. Some of the unique defenses he's done, and he's had a great career at FInney. And looks like they're going to advance to play Marcus Whitman.
Well, I think Okur is probably the most important player for this FInney team. You know, Robinson's a great talent in 8th grade, but Okur is your senior leader, floor general, really makes him go.
Yeah, for sure. He really hasn't shot the ball well outside of his layups tonight, and he is capable of doing that. I mean, he can get his own shot pretty much at any time, and he also distributes. He runs the show. He's the general.
So now C.G. FInney happy to burn a little time. Shot clock down to 15, but they throw it away. Here comes Castrocini up against Okur. Okur just lets him go with those 4 fouls, and Jaden Castrocini lays it in. 17 points for Castrocini. Now another 3-ball from Anger. That's an air ball. And Josh Taylor with it. And they're going to get a timeout.
The coach is not happy. He says, what are you doing? We got a 24-point lead.
Right.
You shot a 3 with 5 seconds off the shot clock. And he's just letting the boys here. You can do that with a 24-point lead when you're going to the Blue Cross.
Yeah. So looking at this matchup with FInney and Marcus Whitman, it looks like we're going to have on Friday night. Not a great matchup on paper for Whitman.
No, I would say not a great matchup. A lot more scoring capability from Okur and from Robinson, and the Anger as well. However, Whitman just beat a decent team, and they're there. And the thing that I'll be interested to see at the Blue Cross is, will Whitman stay with their traditional, their man, or will they try to pack it in and make him shoot? Will they make him try, because that might be your best bet. You get to play him at the arena, and a team that shoots a lot of threes, maybe they can get it inside to Pendergast a little bit, but you never know, man. I've seen some crazy things happen in there, and the games are not usually pretty at the Blue Cross, usually a little ugly, and I think that can kind of play a little bit into Whitman's
game
favor.
Slippage.
Yeah, well, game slippage, big game, the shooting
it's
like we
totally
talked about.
different.
It's a different animal.
And I don't know, has any of these guys for FInney been there before? I don't believe they have.
I don't think so.
And now Okur spins and finishes. Pretty move by Okur. And now he has 19, 2:21 to go in this one. It's all C.G. FInney. Bronco leads for Gabbard. Out to Cole Wright, swings it, throws it away. Okur the other way on the run out. Lays it up and in, and Castrocini fouled him. He'll head to the free throw line for a 3-point play, and it probably won't be too long before the bench is clear here. As
you can see Jaden frustrated, but he's had a very good career.
Oh, an amazing career,
He's improved so much as a player. He's played really hard tonight, and should be proud of his efforts.
Never comes out.
Never comes out.
Never seems to slow down.
Good football player.
Yep.
He'll be playing that at the next level. So wish him success. And for everybody on the Gananda sideline, classy people, classy kids, but not enough tonight. Just too much FInney.
And Castrocini tries a 3 after the missed free throw on the other end, and he misses. It's rebounded by FInney, almost thrown away, but Okur, it is thrown away. Gabbard has it now into the paint, hangs in there. That's blocked by Anger and out of bounds. It'll stay with Gananda. 1:51 to go, 72-44. Blue Panthers lead, and Here comes James Sidorshin for Xavier Smith, who checks out. And way up top to Castrocini into the corner for Cole Wright. Lets a 3-ball go. No good. Rebounded by Okur. What a ball game by Keegan Okur. And now Marcus Robinson. Only thing left here is Okur has 21. Robinson has 16. Who can win the high scoring battle for C.G. FInney as Gabbard just picked up his 4th foul. And Coach Thompson is clearing the bench now. It looks like we're going to have Zachary Sipich, Joel Bean, a 5'9 senior, checking in. Isaiah Rowley, 5'10 junior, into the ball game. Bronco checking out, and here comes Jaden Castrocini for the first time having a seat, along with Tim McClare, another senior for Gananda. Disappointing end to a great season, though.
Yeah, and congrats to FInney. They've been just short of the last couple of years. Last year, lost a crazy game right here on this same court to Perry.
Yeah.
I believe it went to overtime.
Year before that, it was North Star knocking them off in the finals.
So, I mean,
easy.
They've been close. It's not easy to win a sectional title, and sometimes it's about your bracket and the matchups and all that stuff. But, Okur deserves to get to play in the Blue Cross. He's a heck of a player.
Matt Magliato into the game for C.G. FInney along with Kermel Hale. Stephen Folkerts. And a drive into traffic by Siprich is denied. Jake Terrell also in for C.G. FInney as we're under 1 minute to go. And 3-ball missed by Magliato and rebounded by Folkerts. And we got another timeout by FInney so we can get some more subs. Jaden Marks, senior, into the ball game along with number 10, Dad Sidorshin. And your score 72-44 with 46.9 seconds left to go in this one. Inbound pass to James Sidorshin. And now into the corner. C.G. FInney under 40 seconds left. Pulls up, well short, out of bounds. Nice save, nice try to save by Tremel Hale, but his foot was on the line. .6 seconds left to go. The most modern theater in the Finger Lakes is also the oldest in America. See what's playing at the Omen Theater online at omentheater.com. And Finger Lakes Partners Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Locations in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Get a free quote online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. 3-ball on the way from Joel Beans. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Gabbard still into the game. And right in front of us, Joel Bean goes down hard trying to save it. He's back up. And we're under 10 seconds, and that will do it. 4 seconds on the clock. C.G. FInney's heading to the big house where the Marcus Whitman Wildcats await your final score. 72-44. Gananda's season comes to an end at 19-3. We'll wrap it all up on the Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style postgame show right after this. Keep it right here.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontics, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
And welcome back inside Bloomfield High School, where once again your final score of Game 2 of our doubleheader. C.G. FInney 72, Gananda 44. C.G. FInney advances to face Marcus Whitman in the Blue Cross Arena on Friday night, where Marcus Whitman will try to win their first sectional title since 1976. They defeated Avon 63-51, thanks to 19 points from John Donovan and 19 points from Seth Benedict. And, you know, Zach, we love these doubleheaders. The second half probably wasn't quite as exciting as the first half, but I am definitely impressed with the CG FInney Falcons. It's going to be a tough test on Friday night in the Blue Cross for Coach O'Connor and the Wildcats.
Yeah, you know, he's probably feeling good walking out of the gym, but he's going to try to come up with a game plan. And, you know, I think for Whitman, they're going to, you know, have to take care of the ball. And they showed they're capable of making shots in spurts. They'll get some looks if FInney stays in that 1-3-1, and they do play a deeper rotation than FInney. FInney really, I mean, the four main guards there, Smith or Regan and you know, Robinson and Okur, they don't really come off the court. But you know, you get to the Blue Cross, like I said, anything can happen in the arena. And maybe the game gets a little ugly, and that plays to Whitman's advantage, I think. They're scrappy. Both teams are going to play hard. You know, that FInney team plays hard.
And we do have a final now in the Class C2 semifinal with Red Jacket defeating Alexander 71-58. So the game preceding this Whitman FInney final at 9 o'clock will be Lions against Red Jacket. And then, you know, you also got to look at this. If you're Lions, who will be heavy favorites against Red Jacket, who will advance out of this Class C group to advance to the Far West Regional? So,
well, you have the games. You know, you have the qualifier games. So, if it stays, you know, to who we think all the favorites were, which would be Calmum, Lions, and FInney. Calmum will get the bye. They have the higher sectional qualifying score.
Right.
So they'd have the bye Monday. You can kind of go hang out and watch. And then FInney and Lions would play Monday at a place to be determined.
If FInney were to beat Whitman.
If FInney were to beat Whitman, yeah. So I mentioned what the favorites were. Now, if that changes, you know, if York pulls an upset and those two win, then it all goes on to what your sectional seeding points were. I'm not sure exactly what Whitman's are, being, you know,
had to be pretty high. You know, they only lost.
I think Lions is a little higher than Whitman's, to be honest with you. I know that Lions' loss was to one of their losses was to a Class A school, so I think it'd be slightly higher.
Well, we'll be back online tomorrow night. 2 locations. I'll be in Victor High School, where we'll see the Wayne Eagles taking on the East High Eagles in you know, big time semifinal game as Wayne tries to advance to the Blue Cross and tries to win their 3rd straight sectional title. Will not be easy. However, that game starts at 6:30. And then we'll also have a crew. Jason Hunt and Rhett DeConey will be in Penn where the Miners Academy Blue Devils will try to advance to the B2 finals. That game, Minders versus Wayland-Cohocton at 7 o'clock on FL1 Radio 2. So we're going to be simulcasting. All the links will be on the front page of FingerLakes1.com. So check them out. We'll see you tomorrow night, either from Victor or from Seneca Falls. And Zach, I love it, man. Thanks for joining me for a great night of high school basketball. We got to see you know, a great win for the Marcus Whitman program. We got to see the end of Jaden Castrocini's great career at Gananda, but also an impressive CG FInney team, and things are really coming together for the games this weekend at the Blue Cross Arena. So we'll have all the wrap-up on Finger Lakes 1 later tonight. We'll be back online tomorrow night. We'll be at all the championship games for the girls and the boys this weekend. So for my broadcast partner, Zac Young, and for our cameraman, Jeremy Hunt, who's recording the images that you'll enjoy when we restream this one, maybe Thursday. Thanks for being with us here on a Tuesday night in Bloomfield, and stay with us all the way along the road to the Blue Cross Arena and beyond. This has been Section 5 postseason basketball on FingerLakes1.com. Have a good night, everybody.